Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, Ticketmaster, your New England Boy dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, TD Bank, Service Credit Union, and by Catches Law.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over! The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup!
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, your New England Chevy dealers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Mass Mutual, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline and
Say what the hell.
The cup is back home.
Oh, baby,
2011 Stanley Cup champion.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
you told me that you wish I was somebody.
This is Boston Bruins hockey. Is today about 24 hours removed from an epic offensive performance. The Bruins will try to make it 3 wins in a row here on home ice as they welcome in the Pittsburgh Penguins. Great to have you with us alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. Today's storylines are brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard. Yesterday, a day to remember for the Bruins, a 10-2 win over the New York Rangers, featuring not 1 but 2 Boston hat tricks, improved the Bruins' overall record to 4-1-1 in their last 6 games. First of those hat tricks belonged to Pavel Zacha. It was the first of his career, and he's a guy that head coach Marco Sturm has leaned on heavily all season.
Yeah, no, it's always good, and to have that luxury as a coach to put him in different situation. I also feel like in today's game, you see more and more plays like that, who can play on the wing and center. I think going back years ago, it wasn't like that before. So I think the modern way of players coming in now, I feel like they can play both, and he's one of those guys who's just a veteran who's has experience, and that's what I like. You know, I don't have to teach him a lot of things. He gets the job done.
He's the definition of a pro, right? I mean, he shows up for work. He's low maintenance. He's a quiet guy. Some would like him to talk, maybe speak up a little bit more in that locker room and have a little bit more of a presence. It's just not really in his nature, but he does his job. He's counted on in every situation. He's on that first power play. He's one of the top penalty killers. He takes big face-offs when he's healthy enough to do so. Shows up. I mean, just, you know, if you're the coach, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Now, the offense, you'd like to see him get a little bit more. He's got a really good shot. He misses the net a little bit too much. You know, and then to be, you know, the ability to, but he can skate. He can create, and when he's hitting the net and, you know, picking his spots, sometimes he hits the net and he's you know, denting the crest, right? But you know, I think too many times he gets those great opportunities and he kind of misses the net. So there's a little bit of a want for more from him offensively, but I think what you're going to get from him in a 200-foot game is pretty reliable all in all.
The other hat trick yesterday belonged to Marat Khusnutdinov, who prior to yesterday had never scored more than a single point in an NHL game. But against the Rangers, 4 goals and an assist. That 4 goals tying a franchise record. Scoring or not, though, Sturm has been impressed by what Khusnutdinov brings to the lineup.
With his quickness and speed and his hockey IQ, he just covers a lot of things, and he checks a lot of boxes. And, you know, for me, I saw it at training camp. I don't know, for some reason I always liked the way he plays, and now he worked his way through some different positions in the lineup, lines. He was a scratch even one day. But I think now, that the players realize too how much he actually does for his line mates, and now everyone wants to play with him. So now it's good, and that's why he's with David. You know, he does a lot of work, and now he finds they get to know each other too, how he get open as well. So good for him.
Yeah, he brings a ton of energy. He's not the biggest guy, but a ton of energy. He can skate. We saw that on a goal the other day when he blew by Schneider there in the first period for the first Bruins goal. He can create. He's pretty good. He's good offensively, you know. And can you be a good complement to whoever you play with? I feel with him, no matter what line he's playing on, he's a good complement to them because he's not going to change his game that much. He's going to use that speed. He's going to use that tenacity. He doesn't shy away from certain areas. With maybe some bigger guys in them, he goes there and he makes plays. So Look, beginning of the season, we were still feeling him out, right? We were still trying to figure him out. We saw him late last season, but last season was a tough barometer, right? You got a small taste of what he could do. This year, beginning of the year, he had a tough turnover against Utah. Remember that game? It was in the third period, and Utah went on to win 3-2 in the third. And, he was a scratch right around that time. He's gotten back into the lineup, and he's been really good. He's been a reliable player where no matter where he plays. He can see some special teams, but he's killing some penalties right now. He obviously has some offensive talent and offensive upside. I remember when Billy Guerin traded him, they didn't want to trade him from Minnesota Wild. At one point, they had to send him down to their minor league team, the American Hockey League team. There just wasn't enough room for him in Minnesota. But, he's evolving into a really terrific addition here for this Bruins team.
No doubt about it. And then yesterday, a franchise record-tying 6 assists yesterday for David Pastrnak. That ties a record that was held by Bobby Orr and Ken Hodge. Pastrnak joins them. Afterward, though, he was talking about the goal scorers.
Yeah. Obviously, really happy for them, and was kind of surprised I was first for Pav, but well deserved. So excited for them. With Marat, it was fun. Yeah, like I said, all around, and well deserved for the guys, and they played great games, both of them, and had a good scoring touch today.
He knows he's known for his goal scoring, but we've seen him enough to know that he's a gifted playmaker as well. And if he can draw some people to him, with the shot, it's going to open other people up, and that's what he's able to do. And his vision is excellent. His ability to be on pucks is excellent. He's becoming. He's never going to win a Selke, but he's become an all-around player. He's a guy that he doesn't hurt you inside your own zone. He's not. He'll have a couple of lapses here and there, but not nearly what he used to have. And that's a credit to him of taking it seriously. Doesn't turn the puck over nearly as many times. He used to have those hope plays, those high-risk plays that just at the offensive blue line when you're changing and all of a sudden the puck's turned over and there's a breakaway going or a 2-on-1 going back down the other way. He's really eliminated a lot of that from his game, and he hasn't sacrificed points in order to do it. A lot of people are talking about Celebrini this year. He should be an MVP candidate. We were trumping that for Pastrnak last year. The disparity between the amount of points he had and the second most, which was Morgan Geekie, which is good on the team, wasn't even close.
Right.
And they weren't even close to a playoff team, so nobody took it seriously. But that's he's doing the same thing that Celebrini's doing this year.
Well, as we get ready for the Bruins and the Penguins today, an announcement from the Bruins. Jonathan Aspro gets a 2-year contract extension today. 26-year-old made his NHL debut earlier this season, has turned into a regular part of this Bruins defensive core.
Yeah, make this one quick. We've talked a lot about him. Having him back in the lineup, Marco Sturm's happy to have him back in the lineup because he can kill penalties. And when he's out, they're reluctant to use certain guys killing penalties on the back end. So, he's not going to probably provide a ton of offense, but he closes on guys. He's physical in the hard areas, which is in the corners and in front of the net. He'll close on guys off the rush, and he's really done a nice. It's just hard to believe that he never played an NHL game before this year. Those are Khusnutdinov and Aspro. They got here in different ways. They've been 2 great additions here to this team.
No question about it. Couple of lineup notes today. Morgan Geekie will miss today's game. Left yesterday's game partway through dealing with a family issue. Mikey Asimon will draw back into the lineup today. Elias Lindholm, who left yesterday's game in the second period with an injury, is expected to suit up today, Marco Sturm said. Jonas Korpisalo will get the start in goal. As we get you ready for puck drop, here's what's on deck, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. We will go around the NHL, including an afternoon affair in Winnipeg.
Shoulder save made by Hellebuck, and then they score. Cody Glass with his second of the game.
I'll chat with Bruins head coach Marco Sturm.
It's a new day, and it's going to be another challenge, and we have to, separate those 2 days.
And up next, we'll talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wallet feeling extra light after the holidays? Yeah, same. But recovery starts right now with TikTok Slash and Free. Here's how it works. Pick the products you want in TikTok Shop, share the link, and watch the price drop all the way to zero. No tricks, no catch, just free stuff with free shipping. Download TikTok, search /free, and start slashing today.
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting an eye exam at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Most people would rather assemble a 300-piece cabinet than search for insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop-tested over and over. We do all that to the V6-powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
And he coughs it up to Coronado. Can't clear it out. Carlson towards the net. Kicked out of there. It's in the slot. Out to the neutral zone it goes. And that will end the game. The Calgary Flames end their 4-game skid. And the Penguins' 6-game win streak comes to an end.
Pittsburgh Penguins in town for the first of 3 meetings this year against the Bruins. Penguins 8 games over 500 for the season, coming off a 2-1 loss at home to Calgary yesterday. That ended a 6-game winning streak for Pittsburgh and their first-year head coach Dan Muse.
Yeah, I think we got away from what was working in the second. The odd man rushes, obviously, not just on the goal against, but then also the follow-up shifts afterwards where we allowed, multiple on that opportunities. And so now it's just getting more momentum there on their way. And so I think we got away from it. I didn't think we were able to really find it there until maybe a little bit more in the back half of the third period. But it's got to be, we got to play a more consistent game than we did there tonight.
They've been so good here. They're way better than people thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Let's face it. A lot of people figured they were last place, and that was going to come. But they've exceeded expectations. Now they're going to have to deal with a couple of injuries, especially one to Brian Rust up front for them. Good player, good goal scorer, and can help you win some of those games. Right? That was a 2-1 game last night. For the first time in a while, they didn't start off as strong as they wanted to, and they didn't score the first goal either. So right. It was, and that's something that they've taken a lot of pride in here recently. And they make the big trade with the goaltending. Jarry goes up to Edmonton. Skinner comes here. It's given him some life. We're going to see Skinner here today. He's played well for them. He just went to 2 Stanley Cup Finals, and they basically ran him out of town.
I know.
There, right? It's a little crazy up in Edmonton. We don't see him every day, so you understand that there's probably games where he gets off the rails a little bit. But
that team also has quite a few defensive lapses in front of whoever's in goal.
They certainly can. They certainly can. But it seems to be a good fit. At least it's working so far. And whenever you have Crosby, and now you've got Malkin back in your lineup, and Letang, we're going to talk a little bit about them later in between periods. And Erik Karlsson's having a bit of a resurgence as well. He wasn't good for this Pittsburgh team early on. Not so much this year, but years past.
Yeah, Rust was out of the lineup yesterday, will be again today. He is their second leading goal scorer on the year with 16 coming in here you mentioned the first goal yesterday scored by Calgary. It's over 60% of their games this year, the Penguins have scored the first goal. Bruins have struggled with that at times this year, so they're going to need to make sure that they're ready to go in the opening drop of the puck here.
Start on time. That's every coach is going to say that. You pick your chance. Pick your times when you say it to your team, but they're all saying that. Let's make sure we start on time here. Feeling good about ourselves from yesterday, but that was yesterday. It doesn't matter how many goals you scored yesterday. You come out here and don't pay attention to the details. Yesterday's in a distant memory, right? If you don't take care of the details again here and follow it up with a good game today.
Bruins and Penguins coming up from TD Garden. We will check the injury report next here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting your eyes checked at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Country 102.5 gives you the hottest country music on air, online, or by telling your Alexa, open Country 102.5. It's your country, anytime, anywhere.
Craving more country? Then Country 102.5 Special Access Newsletter is for you.
Get concert announcements, exclusive ticket giveaways, and the inside scoop on your favorite artists. Plus, find out what's happening locally around Boston.
Sign up now at country1025.com/newsletter. It's quick, easy, and free.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the 4 walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Time now for the Catches Law injury report. Hampus Lindholm remains on IR this weekend, is skating with the team. No word yet on the timeline for his return. Jordan Harris also is skating, but remains on long-term IR. Injury report is brought to you by Catches Law, the official law firm of the Boston Bruins. They've won over $3 billion for their clients. When you're injured and can't work, turn to Catches Law. There's no fee unless you win. Go to catcheslaw.com. Schedule your free consultation today. We'll go around the NHL next on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting your eyes checked at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Country 102.5 gives you the hottest country music on air, online, or by telling your Alexa, open Country 102.5. It's your country, anytime, anywhere.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
At America's Best, we know your eyes do a lot. These eyes blink, wink, and roll.
These eyes tried to parallel park, then abandoned that idea.
These eyes spotted their ex across the grocery store, then pretended to compare pasta sauces.
These eyes fell asleep mid-scroll and liked a photo from 2014.
And these eyes know they deserve to be seen by the best doctors and associates at America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Bruins and Penguins coming up from TD Garden around the NHL. 4 other games on the slate today. One of them's already a final. Winnipeg Jets, a winner over New Jersey.
Josh Morrissey gets a little further behind the net. Centering feed, they score! Morrissey tucked that to the net. Pearson was in front. The Jets have the lead, and Pearson makes it 4-3.
Yeah, that would be the eventual game winner. The Winnipeg Jets get the 4-3 victory over the New Jersey Devils. These two teams are really struggling right now. It is 2 wins in a row for Winnipeg, but they had really been struggling. For New Jersey, bad to worse. Now they've lost 8 out of 10, including a 9-0 loss a few days ago against the New York Islanders. Dougie Hamilton, a healthy scratch today. There's talk of him being moved and with some guys getting back into their lineup and being traded, but he's got some years left on a contract and some good money attached to that contract as well. So
his agent's making it clear. It sounds like he wants out of New Jersey.
Yep.
Capitals will visit Nashville tonight. Spencer Carberry takes his team down south.
The adversity comes at you every year in this league, and you've got to take when challenges present themselves or you have an opportunity, you got to take advantage of it.
Got 4 wins in their last 10 for the Washington Capitals. Nashville had a slow start to the season. They've climbed their way back up to the 500 mark.
Charlie Coyle and the Blue Jackets trying to snap a 4-game losing streak as they visit Utah.
Oh, we need it. That's all we have in front of us. You can't look behind. You wish you could. You wish you could redo stuff, but that's life. And the next opportunity is tomorrow.
And the other game, San Jose hosting the Vegas Golden Knights. San Jose coming off an overtime win over Dallas yesterday.
It pops back to Toffoli. He shoots it, save. Rebound not cleared out. Celebrini feeds it over to Eklund. Now to Toffoli. Blast it. He scores! Tyler Toffoli in overtime. And the San Jose Sharks have defeated the Dallas Stars 5-4.
Yeah, a couple goals for Toffoli in that one. You heard Celebrini's name again. I mean, he's just been an outstanding season on the Olympic team. Probably he's going to play, one of those 2 top forward lines you would expect. He's been that good. So they've won 3 in a row. San Jose has. They're taking on Vegas, who's first place in the division. They've won 3 in a row. But San Jose right behind them in the standings.
That's our look around the NHL. We'll talk with Marco Sturm next on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Too fast, Trevor, too fast!
Here at the Zebra, research shows people would rather teach their kids to drive than search for auto and home insurance.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Or attend a corporate team-building workshop.
Go team, feel that synergy.
Or be regaled by Uncle Frank's conspiracy theories.
They're listening to us right now.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Shh, they're here.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
I know one of your goals in life is to always be a VIP. Well, being a Country 102.5 VIP means you get access to exclusive contests, the inside scoop on what's happening in the world of country music, special offers. You find out when your favorite country music stars are headed to Boston, and so much more. It's super easy to join. Just go to country1025.com/VIP.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. With Bruins head coach Marco Sturm coming off a 10-2 win over the Rangers yesterday, like, how do you sum up everything that we saw out of your team yesterday?
No, it was a crazy afternoon. Not just for you guys, I think for all of us. We just didn't expect that, that's all. But this is just one of those games, you know, it doesn't happen too many times, but, you know, they had a really bad day. We had a really good day. Everything went in, everything. So, but we had to work for it too. So I think we enjoyed everything about the game. It was a fantastic, you know, afternoon with the crowd behind us. But again, it was yesterday. So today is a new day, and it's going to be another challenge, and we have to, you know, we have to separate those 2 days. I wish we could live like this for a while, but we don't, and we got to show again our game the way we played for a while now. I think for the last 5, 6, 7 games, we have to show it again today.
I do want to ask you about a few of the top performers yesterday, starting with Pasta. 6 assists, ties a franchise record. Obviously, we know about his goal-scoring ability, but I think some fans overlook his playmaking ability. It was on full display yesterday.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know how to say it. It's just, you know, the passes he makes sometimes, he just can't teach that. You know, that's his gift he has. You know, he's been born with it. I would say that's just very, very elite, and that's why he's one of the best in the league. And, you know, Kuzi's goal there, Charlie's goal there, just those passes, and, you know, nobody else can make that. Special, like, not on our team, maybe, you know, maybe some other guys. He's just a one special player with a special gift.
Marat Khusnutdinov is a guy who's kind of grown into various roles over the course of this year with your team. What do you like most about what he brings?
Yeah, no, he's an energy little bugger. You know, that stood out to me right away at training camp. He was not really good in the games there, but, you know, he found my trust very, very early in the season. You know, he's like Aspro. He just, as a forward, he took advantage of me trusting him, and he felt it. I think we put him around in a few different spots. I think players realize too now how much actually work he does, how much room he covers for other teammates, and that's why he just needs to be more consistent. But when he's on top of his game, just like yesterday, he pushes David too, believe it or not, and that was nice to see.
And Pav gets a hat trick yesterday as well, and, you know, a guy who it seems like you rely on a lot in every situation possible on this team.
Yeah, I know. You know, he had a good game. I know he was. Every player goes through their own struggle, I would say. Pav is always a guy, he's looking for more goals, and he has chances though. So I'm glad everything went in yesterday, and he had his first hat trick too. So no, he's, you know, I just like players like that where I can rely on every night. And for me, that's why I always liked him at center, because I need those guys to be reliable against any line. And this line, especially with Pav, you know, he's been our shutdown line for most of the nights. So and that's for a coach like me, it's always a plus.
A quick word about Jonathan Aspro, who gets a 2-year extension from the club today. A guy who had never played in the NHL before this year, comes in here as a 26-year-old, and now he's going to be around for a while to come. You got a smile on your face. You can tell that, you know, he's earned your trust here in a very short time.
Yeah, just like Kuz, and I'm just happy that, you know, that we have now a few young kids in our lineup who made not just the team, but also now, you know, get rewarded with a few more years in the NHL. That's, you know, those kids, they dreamed about a day like yesterday to get actually an NHL contract. And again, he took advantage of me and in his play and injuries, and he did it the right way. And we all like him, not just on the ice. I think he's a quiet kid, but does it the right way, and that's why I'm so happy that he decided with literally like, where's the paper kind of thing. Give me, it doesn't matter what it is. I want to follow my dreams, and that shows me too that I think we did absolutely the right thing.
All right, today the Pittsburgh Penguins, a team that lost yesterday, but they've been on a pretty good roll here. How do you need to defend against them, and in particular a guy like Crosby?
Yeah, no, they've been streaky just a little bit, like us a little bit. Again, new team, new coach, so I see a lot the same. Why they're so good? They probably have one of the best leaders in the game of hockey. It's 87, like you said. He's still the best player, and he's doing it the right way. I think special teams been pretty good, PK and power play for them, and the transition. I think that's something we have to be careful today. Our puck management got to be good because it's a fast team, so we don't. Like I said the other night a little bit with the Rangers, we just need them to stop, and we don't want them, to skate, because this is a good first period team too. Comes up really hard because of it.
Appreciate the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
There's Marco Sturm. Bruins and the Penguins are next. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
This is Beasley Media's Country 102.5, WKLB-FM and WKLB HD1 Waltham, Boston.
Boston's hottest new country.
Country 102.5.
Yesterday, the Rangers struck first just 90 seconds into the game, but after that, it was all Bruins. Middlestat to Zacha, top of the left circle, scores! There's the hat trick for Pavel Zacha as he makes it 6-1, first of his career. There's a shot, score! Pastrnak just threw it at the net, and it redirected in front. Was that Khusnutdinov? Second hat trick of the day. Marat joins Zacha, and anybody who's got a hat left, here they come. This evening they'll face off against a Pittsburgh team that has lost just once since Christmas break. It's the Bruins and the Penguins coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Across to Esposito, a shot. No! It's all tied up. Bang!
Cam Neely, wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. Geeky scores. And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geeky.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers. Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, Ticketmaster, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, Service Credit Union, TD Bank, and by Catches Law.
Great glove save by Chambers.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, your New England Chevy dealers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Mass Mutual, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back to Ward. Put it in. His 100th point. Backhand score on a penalty shot for Raymond Gort.
David Pastrnak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
We've got Bruins and Penguins coming up from TD Garden. Bruins coming off a 10-goal performance yesterday. You turn the page now. How do they keep the momentum going?
Better not think it's easy, because it's not. I mean, you have very few of those games during regular season. We talked about it yesterday after the game, right, Ryan? 10 really great games during the year, 10 really bad games during the year. The rest of them are somewhere in between. You got to find ways to win. Pittsburgh's got to play with a lot of confidence right now.
Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Face Off coming up next on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams winter sale and get 30% off paints and stains January 9th through the 19th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Most people would rather attend a corporate team building workshop than search for auto and home insurance.
Go team, feel that synergy.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Who's ready for the trust fall?
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting your eyes checked at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Wallet feeling extra light after the holidays? Yeah, same. But recovery starts right now with TikTok Slash and Free. Here's how it works. Pick the products you want in TikTok Shop, share the link, and watch the price drop all the way to 0. No tricks, no catch, just free stuff with free shipping. Download TikTok, search /free, and start slashing today.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins and Penguins coming up as let's join the pregame festivities as the NHL and the Bruins honoring Matt McPherson, linesman who is working his 1,000th game today. His family out on the ice to greet him and the rest of the officiating crew from today as they get ready to work this game.
On the ice are his wife Laura, his son Brady, his mom Cheryl, and family friend Sean.
Person being presented with a crystal trophy, and his family presented with some flowers as they mark the occasion of his 1,000th game.
In honor of this milestone, Bruins alternate captain Charlie McAvoy and Penguins captain Sidney Crosby will each present Matt with a team-signed jersey.
McAvoy and Crosby skating from their respective benches over to the Zamboni entrance down to our left and making those presentations. Stopping to pause for a few pictures as well. McPherson's name and the number 1,000 across the back of those jerseys. Autographed by all of the players from each team.
On behalf of the National Hockey League, the Boston Bruins, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, congratulations, Matt, on this incredible achievement.
1,000 career games for linesman Matt McPherson as the ceremonies wrap up and we get ready for this one between the Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins. First of 3 meetings on the year. They'll see each other again a couple of times in the month of March, within about a week of each other. Again here at TD Garden on March the 3rd, and then in Pittsburgh later that week. And now, before we get ready to drop the puck, it's time for our national anthem, presented by Mass Mutual, planning and protection on and off the ice. We go back down to ice level, and Todd Angeli for the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts
hearts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Scott Angley with the national anthem. We get set for the Penguins and the Bruins in their opening face-off. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Pittsburgh is Stuart Skinner. On defense, the pairing of Parker Wotherspoon and Erik Karlsson. Up front, a line of Anthony Mantha, Ricard Raquel, and center Sidney Crosby. For the Bruins, Jonas Korpisalo gets the start. Jonathan Aspro and Charlie McAvoy, your defensemen up front. Casey Middlestat, Victor Arvidson, centered by Pavel Zacha.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Grant Sanford of Cranston, Rhode Island. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Grant will win a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins, after wearing the white sweaters yesterday here at home, back in black. And we'll go from left to right here in the first period as they control the opening face-off briefly. Now it's grabbed at center ice and played off the near wall by Middlestat. Into the Pittsburgh zone. Parker Wotherspoon going back behind the Penguins' net. Puck got chipped off his stick in the far corner, and Zacha's got it. Trying to get it back to McAvoy, who plays it back to that far side. Middlestat down low, got through Arvidson, comes toward the near corner. Zacha trying to send it back in behind the net. And it's played back around the near side wall. Thrown to Wotherspoon out near his own blue line, and he'll angle it off the far boards into neutral ice. Raquel knocked down Aspro over by the Pittsburgh bench. Penguins have control of the puck. Letang to Malkin. Comes through the center ice circle, carries in across the line. Stolen from behind by Khusnutdinov. Pushed it back to center ice, and Elias Lindholm will get it deep. He goes in on the forecheck against Kulak. Penguins will move it near side. Malkin out to the blue line, nearly stolen there by Pastrnak.
2 turnovers in a row here for Malkin, right?
Directed deep here by Khusnutdinov, or I guess not. They're going to call that an icing against the Bruins.
Kevin Hayes out there on that shift. He's playing alongside Malkin here today. Game number 800 for Kevin Hayes. Malkin, who recently came back from an injury. Penguins have been able to win no matter who they've had out of the lineup. They've gone through a couple dips this season, but I think that they've surpassed a lot of people's expectations, at least to this point.
Yeah, 6-game winning streak that ended yesterday. Prior to that 6-game winning streak, they had a stretch where they won just 1 out of 10.
Yeah, it's been hit or miss, right?
Yeah.
It's been a little inconsistent, but the start they had for the year.
Malkin near his own blue line turns it over here. Pastrnak walking to the right wing circle. Gets surrounded by white sweaters, and it'll be Hayes to clear the zone. Zadorov over by the Bruins bench. Back in his own zone. Pass knocked away from Khusnutdinov, but Zadorov right there. He'll circle back behind the net. Boston getting some changes on here. Zadorov starts it toward the near circle. Now passes up the left side. He's got Peak in the neutral zone. Dumps it in. Skinner stops it back in the trapezoid. Spun it around the near side wall. Pressure put on down into the near corner. Corrali is there. Peak is there. Kastelik reaching in with a stick as well. Pops free. Played out of the corner by Kastelik, trying to get it to Jeannot. Instead, the Penguins will come the other way. Up the left wing side comes Tommy Novak. Throws one to the front of the net. And tipped just wide. Comes back out to the blue line and poked out of the zone. We got a penalty coming up.
That was Brazo going to the net. He's had a good year. He's got the long reach. We all know him from his time here in Boston.
Hooking is the call, and it's against Novak. So the Bruins will go to the power play. Penguins 10th in the league on the penalty kill so far this season. Just a shade under 82%. Bruins power play still ranks 4th in the league. As Elias Lindholm will take the face-off in the offensive zone. Wins the draw. Zacha gets it back to Pastrnak at the blue line. On to McAvoy near side. And now Zacha on the near side hash marks get forced off of it, and the Penguins clear.
Aggressive right away off of that face-off are the Penguins defensively.
McAvoy circles back behind Korpisalo. Pass up the near side to Elias Lindholm. He's got Pastrnak moving through neutral ice. Middlestad along the near boards will poke it deep. At the back of the net, puck wraps over to the far side. Lindholm gets it back to McAvoy. From the center of the blue line, a shot with Zacha in front.
And McAvoy has to establish that if they're going to be that aggressive on the elbows as they have here already, even with McAvoy up high, it's going to leave somebody open in front. You can spread them out a little bit, get that puck, good puck movement.
Lindholm gets it back into the Pittsburgh zone, trying to push it off toward that far side, but taken away by Raquel and cleared. Middlestad joining that top power play unit with Geekie out of the lineup today. Bruins change up here and bring out the second unit. Pastrnak stays. Arvidson comes through the red line. Minton gets in across the line on the right wing side. Steves tried to backhand it in the direction of Arvidson, but missed, and it goes back down into Boston territory.
He had him there.
Arvidson gets the feed from Lohrei and gets right back in. Steves along the near side boards, battling with Lazan. And the puck will get cleared out by former Bruin Connor Clifton. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Lohrei will start it out from his own blue line, turns it back to Arvidson. He comes to the red line, to the Pittsburgh blue. Pass across the ice, picked up off a carom by Khusnutdinov. Minton left wing circle, goes down low for Arvidson. Jumped behind the net by Clifton. Puck wrapped up the near side and grabbed and cleared by Shea. 7 seconds to go on the power play.
Not laying off at all. They were just aggressive all over the ice.
Here's a takeaway inside the Bruins zone by Connor Dewar. Put a shot wide of the net. Wotherspoon's got it at the left point. Penguins are back at full strength and now getting set up on offense. Wotherspoon gives in the center of the blue line. Walking toward the far side of the ice was Carlson. Threw it toward the net. Kick back toward the near side. It'll be cleared out by Khusnutdinov. Corrali now will dump in from center ice. In the near side corner. Janot and Corrali both there. Centering pass got through Kastelik. Jokiharju over to Zadorov. His shot forced wide of the net. Kastelik from behind. Out in front. And they score! Janot got it in front. It ricocheted off Corrali and in. And the Bruins have a 1-0 lead.
I hope it just ricocheted off of him and he didn't direct it in, because Pittsburgh immediately signaled that he directed it in. Janot had the good chance, right? That stop by Skinner. Corrali's charging the net on the rebound. He's locked up with Carlson there. Oh, that's a good goal. It bounced off his shoulder. He did make a motion with his right hand, but it actually bounced off his shoulder. It never got to his hand.
After consulting with the on-ice officials, the call on the ice is overturned by a hand pass, no goal.
Okay, now they'll check it.
So they call it no goal now on the ice.
The angle that I saw looked like it went off his shoulder. It's hard to tell. His arm, he makes a motion with his arm towards the net, so.
Well, it didn't take them long to decide.
No, I guess not.
It's confirmed, no goal.
Yeah. So when I first saw it, I said, oh, what? It definitely went off his shoulder.
You've got black puck, black sweater, black glove. Yeah. It's tough to tell what hits what.
Not a lot of argument from Corrali. I guess we were hoping that was the case.
Yeah. As you said, the Penguins reacted right away, as you would expect them to. But so the Bruins
had a goal go their way yesterday.
That's true.
With the Rangers in the locker room.
Penguins had one go against them yesterday that they thought was the tying goal against Calgary. Got wiped off the board on a goalie interference. Puck comes behind the net here from Wotherspoon around to the far side. Steves along that far circle. Puck kicked off of Wotherspoon and into the near corner. He'll play it up the wall. Malkin just redirects it through center ice. Zadorov Finds Steves turning back up ice. His pass is picked off, and Malkin chasing down the left wing side into the corner. Takes a hit from Zadorov as they go behind the net. Off the sidewall, back to the far point, and redirected in the slot by Chinikov. The save made by Korpisalo hangs on.
It's redirected high enough out, and Zadorov does a nice job of keeping Malkin from getting to the front of the net, so there's time to react there for Korpisalo. Does a good job of staying with it, but having the ability to see that shot all the way in.
Igor Chinikov picked up in a trade from Columbus just before New Year's, playing in his 6th game in a Penguins uniform. 2 goals and an assist so far. Falling out of favor there in Columbus. Gets a fresh start. Puck wrapped around near side, now to the zone here. Pastrnak try to play it towards center ice for Lindholm, taken away. Back come the Penguins, and walking right in front was Ben Kindle, turned away by Korpisalo. Near side boards, and Pastrnak will lift it out into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck directed back toward the Boston line, and the Penguins reload quickly. Brazo trying to get it to the front for Novak, held off of it. Khusnutdinov will push it up the near side now to center ice.
To the Penguins. This one's going to be Brazo for a hook.
So the Bruins will go back to the power play when we come back with 13:58 to go here in the first period. It's the Bruins and Penguins scoreless here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting your eyes checked at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Become a Country 102.5 VIP today so you can access exclusive contests, VIP-only info on pre-sales. That means knowing when your favorite country stars are headed to Boston, special offers, and more. Just go to country1025.com/VIP to sign up now.
First 5 minutes of today's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry into your local Ford dealer to secure your deal today. 13:58 left here in the first period. We are scoreless. Bruins thought they had taken the lead, but it was ruled that Sean Corrali directed the puck into the net with his hand, and so they waved that one off. But Boston already getting their second power play of the game.
Yeah,
here.
well, they better be. I mean, Pittsburgh they'll show no respect. They're just going to keep coming at you aggressively until you can prove that you can beat it. And the Bruins didn't do a very good job on that first power play handling the pressure.
Face-off will be in the near circle down to our right. Elias Lindholm to take the draw and wins it. McAvoy moves it over for Pastrnak, a one-timer blocked, and then sent out a play off of Dewar.
I mean, so it's. You know that if the Bruins get control of the face-off, they want to get that puck into Pasternak's hands for a one-timer. And Pittsburgh's sitting on that. They get out. They're able to get a block on it. Lindholm did a good job winning the draw. Good effort there. Second effort to win that draw. Zacha's going to come in and take this one on the other side.
And he wins it. Battle for it along that far side of the circle, though, as Pastrnak couldn't get a stick to it. Puck cleared. Middlestat will move it back through neutral ice. On the right side, here's Elias Lindholm to McAvoy. Walks to the center of the blue line. Pastrnak at that left circle. Tried to center, and it kicked back toward McAvoy at the point. Pastrnak will play down into the corner. Lindholm looking for Zacha. Crossing pass, and Middlestat on the back door. And the puck got away. Bruins able to keep alive. Lindholm back to Pastrnak. His shot forced wide by Lizotte. Far side corner. Zacha shoved aside, and the Penguins will clear all the way down. Minute 13 to go on the power play. Here's Steves as the second unit comes out. Lohrei near his own blue line. Leaves the puck behind for Arvidson. Arvidson carries through center. On the left side, Pastrnak walks us down to the left wing. Circle takes, tries a shot, and Skinner knocked that one wide of the short side post. In the near side wall, Minton plays it back in behind the net. Arvidson trying to keep it moving toward that far side. Gets squeezed off of it. Puck is grabbed by Dewar. And a 2-on-1 here shorthanded. Dewar to the right circle. Centering pass broken up by the back-checking Minton. Steves comes out of the corner with the puck. Keeping away from Kindle. Leaves it behind the net for Lohrei with 28 to go on the power play. Lohrei finds a lane through neutral ice. Deflected pass comes to Steves on the right wing. Arvidson back at the blue line. Over to Minton. Down toward the corner. Khusnutdinov. 4 goals and an assist yesterday. Arvidson up top for Minton. Got through him and out of the zone. 5 to go on the power play. Minton gets it back in the zone for Arvidson. Here's Steves. High slot. Skates it to the far side circle. Takes a shot. Skinner up against that far post to make the save. Penguins have killed off 2 in a row here in the first as the puck comes ricocheting back down into Boston territory. Zadorov and Jokiharju. Dump in from the red line by Jokiharju. Kastelik to it first along the far boards. Gets upended going into the far corner. Jeannot chasing a puck. Zadorov comes to greet him and gets it to the net. Skinner makes the save with Kastelik and Corrali right there on the doorstep. He covers up.
You know, you mentioned Minton on that second power play there. He makes a really good defensive play coming back. It's a 2-on-1 shorthanded for the Penguins. And because Minton is going to get back there, Lohrei can make his decision to kind of peel off the puck carrier, try to take the pass away because Minton is able to get there. And just look at his whole body work this season. I mean, we barely talked about him yesterday. He had 3 points. He had 2 goals and a helmet. Yeah. He's up to 10 goals, 10 assists on the season, and he's a plus 14.
Puck is cleared up ice here into the Bruins zone. Turning with it along the near side circle. Mantha coming out of the corner. Lost the puck out across the blue line before Shea can get there. Backing toward his own blue line. 11-10 to go here in the first period. We're scoreless. Clifton gets it to the Boston line and across. Raquel gave it to Crosby. Throws it across ice. Here's Shea stepping in left circle. Korpisalo got a glove on it and then covers.
Yeah, just juggled it just a little bit. That was a quick shot there from Shea. There's bodies in front, and all of a sudden there was nobody in front. And Korpisalo was able to get a look at it late. Up this backhand saucer through everybody from Crosby from the right wing circle to the left wing circle.
Well, face-off will be to Korpisalo's right. Bruins will have Elias Lindholm to take it. He Pastrnak, and Khusnutdinov together today as a drive from the point. Korpisalo flashing out that right pad. Here's McAvoy to skate it out to center ice. Lindholm in across the line. Shot goes wide of Skinner off the back wall. McAvoy trying to redirect it toward the net. Penguins will come away with it though. Kevin Hayes will send it up that right wing side. McAvoy takes it back. Here's Elias Lindholm. Hands to Pastrnak coming into the Pittsburgh zone. Over to Aspro, and his shot was blocked. Out of the far corner, Malkin trying to push it out of the zone. Get some help there from Chinakhov. McAvoy will toss it back toward center ice here for Pastrnak. Lifts it toward the left side. Overshot Zacha. Pasta keeps it in the zone, though, for the moment. Now it's sent back out. Kindle turned away from the Boston line as he ran up against a wall of black sweaters. Now Malkin just inside the line. Wotherspoon with a shot. Pad stopped by Korpisalo. Rebound gathered in behind the net. Kindle got it back to the far point. And that one ends up going wide. Brazo coming toward the near corner. They'll get it back toward that far side again, but it skips through Carlson and all the way back to the Penguins zone.
Carlson wanted to get moving right to the middle of the ice that time. He had some time and space out at the right point.
He'll bring it back towards center ice and get Brazo back into the attack zone. Wotherspoon center of the blue line. Carlson off the skate of Novak right to his stick. He brings out to the blue line. Gives it over near side. Wotherspoon. Ball on the wall. Plays it through Arvidson, but not through Zadorov in the corner. Nikita will push it up to Arvidson, and out of the zone they come. Zacha through center ice and across the Pittsburgh line. On the left side, here's Zadorov. Throws it all the way across. Middlestat gets it off the Karam out of the near corner. Yoki Harju with a one-timer from the blue line. Save made. Rebound score! It's Victor Arvidson able to knock that one home, and the Bruins do have a 1-0 lead.
A one-timer from Yoki Harju, get bodies to the net. You had a couple tip-in goals yesterday. There's a rebound goal. Arvidson was all around it yesterday. You know, I mean, I think a lot of the Bruin forwards were all around it yesterday. But he had good jump. And he goes to the front of the net right here. He's in a good battle in front of the net. Zacha's there as well, but I think it's going to be Arvidson. He kicked it up to his stick while he's in that battle in front with Erik Karlsson.
That hit the post, then the skate of Skinner, and found its way across the line. So for Victor Arvidson, his 9th goal of the season, just his second in his last 12 games. And the Bruins have a 1-0 lead, under 9 minutes to go here in the first period. Penguins will get it deep here. Aspro send it around the near side. Mikey Asamont doing battle with Shea along the near wall. Puck comes out in front. Steves was there to glove it down, and he'll carry it through the near circle and all the way up the right wing side. Dumps it down into the right wing corner. Shea will take behind the Penguins net. Clifton, long pass toward Crosby at the Boston line, broken up by Steves. Comes back into the Penguins zone, and Clifton will have it again. Lazat coming to the red line. Takes a hit along the near boards from Kastelik. Puck deep in the Bruins zone. Peek in the near corner. Runs out of time. Puck came loose along the circle. Jeannot gets it to Corrali to break it out. Corrali tried to chip it off the far boards and in. Instead, it goes into the Penguins bench. And with that, we will take a timeout. 8:01 to go here in the first period, and the Bruins have a 1-0 lead here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Being a Country 102.5 VIP means you get access to exclusive contests, the inside scoop on what's happening in the world of country music, special offers, and so much more. So become a Country 102.5 VIP today and be in the know of all things country. It's easy to join. Just go to country1025.com/VIP and join today.
Owner-operators, get peace of mind in unpredictable market conditions with the freight and advantages a large, stable carrier like Schneider can offer. Choose from thousands of loads daily, both contract and spot freight, that work for your business and lifestyle. You may be eligible to get up to $7,500 in incentives when you lease on with Schneider, paid out over your first 23 weeks. Plus, never pay more than $75 per week with our new toll program. Explore contracting jobs at SchneiderOwnerOperators.com. That's SchneiderOwnerOperators.com.
Revitalize your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select vanities and free delivery during our bath savings event. Plus, get up to 40% off select shower heads. No matter what style you're looking for, we've got you covered. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
Bruins with a 1-0 lead, 8:01 to go here in the first period. Don't miss the excitement Tuesday night as this homestand continues. The Bruins will take on the Detroit Red Wings. It's a 7:30 face-off here at TD Garden. Tickets going fast. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to lock in your spot and be part of the crowd as the Bees hit the home ice. Victor Arvidsson's 9th of the year from Yoki Harju and Middlestat. At 11 minutes even of this first period, the difference in this game so far. As off of the face-off, puck pulled back into the Boston zone. Lohrei to Jeannot through the neutral ice. Kastelik, and he's able to get it deep. Kulak goes behind the Penguins net. Rushed by Corrali in the near corner. Puck along the wall. Kastelic trying to take it away from Dewar. Penguins come forward here and in across the line they come. Centering pass comes right to the doorstep, and Korpisalo will cover that before the Penguins can have an opportunity at it with Nola Chari, another former Bruin.
Yeah, I mean, Korpisalo just wants to keep that thing in front of him, right? Don't let it slip away. Don't let it, it's the fire sometimes you got to put out. But he had a good game in his last outing. And knowing that you had back-to-back games this weekend, back to Swayman yesterday, Korpisalo today, schedule doesn't let up much, so.
Now there will be plenty more opportunities to get him some work as a shot by Chinakhov out near the blue line, and Korpisalo squeezes that.
You saw it?
Yep.
Sticks to him.
Korpisalo 7-8 on the year in 15 starts, 28 out of 29 saves here on Thursday night against Calgary in that win. Face-off will be to his left.
Made a couple of great saves in the second period of that game.
Yeah, there were definitely some defensive breakdowns in front of him, but Pastrnak will move it out here into the neutral zone. Hands off for Khusnutdinov, carries it into the Pittsburgh zone, goes into the far corner against Letang. On the end boards, Pastrnak gets involved there as well. They tried to get it to Malkin, headed up ice, did Hayes, but that was broken up. Now Hayes going to carry it up across the Boston line, cutting across to the left wing side and rims it around behind the net. Chinakhov in the far corner, gets it back to the point. Kulak to Malkin, knocked off his stick by Lindholm and out of the zone. Penguins will try to reload. Malkin sends it across ice, ricochets to Chinakhov, got in behind Zadorov and goes right to the net. Korpisalo makes the save, and Chinakhov comes sliding into his crease. Knocked him back into the net. Zadorov then grabs Chinakhov and drags him back out of there.
Yeah, he had a step coming down that right wing side. That's another good save by Korpisalo.
But brought back into the Boston zone here. Wotherspoon from near the blue line with a shot. Traffic in front, ricocheted off the end wall. Zacha got it back to the blue line, but not out. Wotherspoon will spin it back in deep. Crosby at the hash mark's far side. Arvidson gets a stick in on him. Aspro got it free, and top of the circle, Raquel able to keep it moving. Penguins looking for a chance with Mantha coming out in front. Puck got directed high up into the air and then dropped down in front. Bruins steer it away, and it's Zacha giving to Middlestat to bring it through neutral ice. Arvidson across the line. Crossing pass, just missed Zacha. Back around the near side, and Raquel will hand off. Mantha coming through the neutral zone. Crosby sends over to the far side, and Carlson tried to shoot, blocked off by McAvoy. Coming around toward the near side corner was Carlson. Lost the puck to Zacha. McAvoy steers ahead for Arvidson. He's going to lob one into the Penguin zone with a backspin on it. And the Bruins changing up. 5:25 to go here in the first period. Chase pass redirected into the Boston zone. Ends up with Kindle, but up against Lori near side. Pushed back out toward center. Penguins reload. Shot from the right circle by Brazo. Sticked out of play here by Korpisalo for a whistle and a stoppage with 5:07 to go here in the first period. Bruins have the only goal. A 1-0 lead on Pittsburgh here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There is no known cure for arthritis. The key word there, known. Dr. Chen Chen has made a career out of making the unknown known. And now, he and his team are working on 2 treatments, one using antivirals, the other tissue engineering, that don't just appear to stop osteoarthritis, but reverse it. Because for some doctors, the unknown is just a breakthrough waiting to happen. Brown University Health. The future of medicine is here.
I thought it would be okay. I thought a quick glance at their content was enough.
How was I supposed to know they posted that back in 2021?
Don't risk your brand reputation by not properly vetting the influencers you work with. Get safe. Get secure. The AI-powered social media screening solution from Viral Nation. Secure scans an influencer's entire content history because the internet never forgets. Head to viralnation.com today.
And the Bruins Stadium Series jersey has arrived. Don't wait to get your hands on this limited edition sweater before the Bees fly south to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins Gold takes center stage, featuring a football-inspired logo treatment, new bear/slash details, and a sunshine motif. Visit BostonProShop.com or stop by the Pro Shop located at the Hub on Causeway and grab your jersey before they sell out. Bruins with a 1-0 lead, 5:07 to go here in the first period. Penguins win the face-off. Clifton's shot, though, blocked, and puck is cleared out towards center ice. Trying to gather it back into the zone was Novak. Boston will regain with Peak along the near side boards, playing up the right wing for Steves. Trying to chip in, caught a piece of the linesman. Second effort, they get it down into the corner. And it'll be Steves to backhand it around to the far side. Lori down to the hash marks. Keeps it moving to Minton, who rotates back to the blue line. His attempt got blocked off of Kindle. Around the near side corner, and a centering pass off the wall by Asimon, but Penguins will push it out of the zone. Brazo will carry to the Boston line against Lori as puck goes into the far corner. Brazo back to the net. Sends back into that far side. They work it back to the point, and the shot by Kindle. Blocker saved by Korpisalo. From behind the net, Steves will settle down.
They got a little mixed up in coverage there, D-zone. The movement by the Penguins from the half wall out to the point. The Bruins took a second to get it sorted out.
Bruins getting a full change here. Now Jokiharju sends Kastelik up the right wing side. Sends it deep. Janot went to get it before it got to the trapezoid. Lost his edge, but able to stay with it. Got knocked down, gets back up. And a battle along the near side corner with Letang. Jokiharju at the point. Over to Zadorov for his shot. And that one forced off into the far corner by Kulak. Janot helps to dig it free. Corrali top of the circle. Back to Zadorov. Gets a shot through, and Skinner gets the left pad on.
Janot beat his man back to the front of the net that time. Try to get a tip.
Here's Janot in front of a turnover, and Skinner turned that one away. Jokiharju played it back down the right wing side. Kastelik directed into the corner. Penguins will come away with it. Dewar will loft one toward the Boston line. Juggled and settled by Zadorov. It turns right back up ice. Now circles back from his own blue line and will go back behind his net. Under 3 minutes to play here in the period. Here's a turnover as Raquel looking for Crosby in the corner. Penguins lose it back around to that far side. Mantha against Khusnutdinov over there. Marat able to get it off the wall for Pastrnak, and he starts it up. He's got Lindholm coming up the middle, gets the puck across to him to the right wing circle. Puck slipped wide of the net as he tried to shoot.
He fanned on it, went right off the stove.
Mantha will bring the Penguins back. Had to lead it up the near side for Raquel. Crosby skating onto it, but that's going to wind up offside at the Boston line.
But one thing that stands out, I mean, the Bruins just had a really good shift there. That was the fourth line, and they had the Penguins inside their own zone. Really good, hard work along the walls, winning some battles, working it low to high, get that shot through, beat your man back to the front of the net, that type of thing. But when Pittsburgh really gets going, you know, just watching them, they play fast. I mean, they're aggressive all over the ice. You know, if they don't have the puck in Boston's zone, they're chasing it, and they're going hard at you. Defensively, they swarm, you know. And then that penalty kill was as aggressive as we've seen a penalty kill this year.
Penguins dumped it in, but delayed offside. Bruins will have some room to clear. Pastrnak gets it from McAvoy, and deep it goes into Penguins territory. Elias Lindholm comes crashing down into the corner against Wotherspoon. Mantha lost it. Khusnutdinov to Pastrnak, right circle, a shot, and Skinner able to squeeze that one.
I think you can win battles against them along the walls. That's they're not I mean, they've got some bigger guys, but they're not a huge team. You know, you can win some battles with them along the walls. You know, the Penguins coming down the right side have had two really good chances, right? You had the one by Chinakhov, and then you had the other one by young rookie Ben Kindle, who was able to beat his man to the front of the net. get a good tip. Korpisalo's been good this period.
At 10 shots aside in this one so far through the first 18 minutes.
You got to be ready for their pressure.
Zacha to take a face-off in the offensive zone. Now he gets tossed out.
A page a little bit out of Carolina's book, maybe, in the way that they want to play.
Yeah, I mean, just no time and space, right? Every time you got to be ready to move the puck every time it touches your stick.
That's what it looks like. I mean, they've been playing some good hockey here as well, right? Recently, especially since the break. And I know they lost yesterday, but
Malkin gets into the Boston zone, poked off his stick by Zacha. Chinakhov going to wrap it back down deep. Malkin stepping toward the back of the net here against Zadorov. Now Jokiharju gets involved. We got a penalty coming up.
Zadorov made sure this one got seen. Malkin's stick got up a little bit, and hard to tell.
So this is the third penalty already here against Pittsburgh in this first period.
Malkin's got his palms up. Muse, the coach, has his palms up.
So the Bruins back to the power play once again.
This sick ricocheted off of Jokiharju and got Zadorov kind of in the back of the helmet.
Yeah, it wasn't by any means intentional there, but there was contact.
The rule? You have to be responsible for your stick.
Exactly.
So, but just get ready for the next one to be on the.
Well, 3 straight against one team usually starts tilting the other direction. See how the Bruins can do on this power play chance. Middlestat along the far side. McAvoy trades it with him.
Up Pastrnak and Middlestat.
Pastrnak on the near side of the blue line. Gives back over to the far side for McAvoy. Middlestat out of the corner to Zacha, far circle. And that one skimmed off the outside of the net. McAvoy throws one to the slot. Redirected by Zacha wide. And this time the Penguins will get it clear.
Yeah, so they switched up that time, right? Pastrnak had them over in the left wing circle. They put Middlestat over there and Pastrnak in the right. He'll start out high and then try to make plays coming in from the blue line.
Zacha trying to carry into the zone, lost it at the blue line, forced back toward Korpisalo. 50 seconds to go here in the period. Power play would carry over into the second if the Bruins can't score. Zacha and Elias Lindholm coming through the neutral zone, traded a couple of times. Lindholm's pass to the right side, a little too far for Pastrnak, but the Bruins get it blocked up along the near boards, keep the Penguins from clearing. 30 seconds to go in the period. Still trying to move it. Now it comes loose down low. Elias Lindholm trying to drag it out in front. That pushed back behind the net by Carlson, and the puck gets cleared up the near wall past Pastrnak. 16 to go in the period. Korpisalo and Lohrei back inside the Bruins zone. Puck brought to the attacking blue line, turned over, and that's going to do it for period number 1. So the Bruins get the lone goal in that first 20 minutes as Victor Arvidson able to score 11 minutes in from Jokiharju and Middlestat to give the Bruins a 1-0 lead at the end of 20 minutes. We'll be back with our first intermission and a discussion about these Pittsburgh Penguins next on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You're a pro at running your life, at committing to your workout, at showing up every day. At Bombas, we're pros too. Pros at making socks. Our sport assortment has specialized socks for whatever sport you're committed to. Running, hiking, golf, Pilates, and so much more. Made with sweat-wicking yarns, blister-fighting details, and targeted arch support. Bombas Sport is pro-level socks from the pros of socks. For another pro, you. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com and use code audio.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Become a Country 102.5 VIP today so you can access exclusive contests, VIP-only info on pre-sales. That means knowing when your favorite country stars are headed to Boston, special offers, and more. Just go to country1025.com/VIP to sign up now.
Hi, I'm Connor Wright, founder of Connor's Kindness Project. Since 2021, we've been delivering kindness kits filled with comforting, fun items to children in hospitals and shelters. We also run the Kids Kindness Club, teaching elementary students to be inclusive and embrace community service. So far, we've delivered over 10,000 kits and inspired more than 15,000 students to complete hundreds of thousands acts of kindness. But we're just getting started. Your support can help us reach even more children in need. Visit connorskindnessproject.org, connorskindnessproject.org. Together, we can make a big difference.
Country 102.5 gives you the hottest country music on air, online, or by telling your Alexa, open Country 102.5. It's your country, anytime, anywhere.
Craving more country? Then Country 102.5 Special Access Newsletter is for you.
Get concert announcements, exclusive ticket giveaways, and the inside scoop on your favorite artists. Plus, find out what's happening locally around Boston.
Sign up now at country1025.com/newsletter. It's quick, easy, and free.
So would you like the hottest country music no matter where you are? There are so many ways to listen to Country 102.5 while you're on the go or at home. So just tell Alexa to open Country 102.5 or stream us live at country1025.com or use the Country 102.5 free app on your phone or tablet. It's that easy and it's always free. Find out all the ways to listen at country1025.com/listen.
Malkin flying into the double zone. Back for Recchi. Coming to the goal. A shot and off a stick and rolls right over. Now goes in. The whistle might have blown. No, it's a goal. They're going to say the Penguins have scored. Malkin may have gotten the last stick on this to get his first National Hockey League goal.
On behalf of Mario Lemieux and the entire ownership group, Pittsburgh Penguins select from Rimouski, the Quebec Major Junior League, Sidney Crosby.
Gonchar works it down low. Back to Letang. Letang shoots. He scores! Christopher Letang with his first National Hockey League goal.
1 second left to go, and the puck into the corner, and it's all over. The Pittsburgh Penguins have won the Stanley Cup as they have defeated the Nashville Predators here in Nashville 2-0. And you can tell your ma, you can tell your pa, I'm going to send you back to Arkansas, Stanley Cup champion.
Loose puck in front. They score! Justin Brazeau and Chris Letang picks up career assist number 600. He's the third fastest active D-man in NHL. Crosby centering past Malkin, trying to get a couple jabs at it. Evgeny Malkin from the seat of his pants joins the 500 club. Crosby far circle unloads, loose puck. They score! A power play goal for Ricard Raquel, and it's one magnificent milestone for Sidney Crosby.
Some of the highlights of the last 2 decades of the Pittsburgh Penguins and their kind of core trio as we return here to TD Garden. It's a 1-0 Bruins lead over the Penguins at the end of one period, back alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston, and that trio, we were talking about this a little bit yesterday, the first in North American sports history for 3 guys to have played together for 20 seasons. It's really remarkable, and still, still going strong.
Well, they surpassed New York Yankees Derek Jeter, Posada, and Mariano Rivera.
Right.
They went past them. And you look at their games played, 12:42 now for Malkin in this game, 12:05 for Letang, and this is game 1396, so only 4 games away for Sidney Crosby from 1400. The Stanley Cups that they've been able to get to. The Penguins, they've had some ups and downs throughout, but it's been, those 3 have been the constant now for how long, and it's been a pretty good ride for them. They all kind of have the Bruins have had their battles against them, so you kind of develop a little bit of a dislike for them. Sure. But you certainly have to respect what they have been able to do. And in, for Crosby's case, he's had to deal with some concussion issues. He's remained pretty well healthy, pretty healthy. Malkin's dealt with a few injuries recently. Letang's injuries are mind-blowing. I mean, he had some medical issues.
He had a hole in his heart last year. He had to have a surgery to repair.
So it's but anybody you talk to in the Penguins organization, and they just utmost respect for all three of them. Now they had a big decision a couple years ago that they re-signed a couple of these guys, especially Letang and Malkin.
Right.
And they did. They made the commitment. They re-signed them, and what happens after this year, I don't know, but it's hard to see them in any other uniform other than a Penguin uniform.
No doubt about it. And there was a decision to be made from Sidney Crosby too. There was talk about him potentially getting moved if you buy into that sort of thing. But he made it known he wants to be in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and things changed for they were really struggling there for a little while. Mike Sullivan came in and they won the cup that year. They win it again the following year. Mike Sullivan had a really good run with the Pittsburgh Penguins. They had decided to move on, and that was another thing for me. Do they want to try to break in a new coach, or are they receptive to what that new coach has to offer, especially somebody that hadn't coached in the NHL as a head coach in the NHL? Yeah, and they bought in. You like what you've seen from the Penguins this year. They're right in the playoff hunt. They're right around the Bruins in terms of points. And they do it in a little bit of a different style, but it's been effective for them so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think back to what we saw when we saw them play last year, kind of where they were versus where they are now, a little bit past the halfway point of this season. It's been a surprise, how good that they have been in the first half of the season for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, they had a really strong start, and I think predictably they dipped a little bit, just like a lot of teams are going to do throughout especially this season. It seems like there's a lot of ups and downs with teams, a lot of streaks here and there. Can Buffalo maintain what they've done? In Pittsburgh, they lose yesterday. Can they bounce back with the win here today? That's what the Sabres did. They win 10, they lose 1, and then they won the next couple. So that, can teams maintain that, or do they revert back to that 500, that you expected them to be at possibly by the end of the season?
Yeah, but doing it under a first-year head coach and, put themselves in position to make a run at a playoff spot here in the second half. Bruins, though, have a 1-0 lead on the Penguins after one period. The lone goal so far belongs to Victor Arvidson, his 9th of the season, set up by Henri Jokiharju and Casey Middlestat at the 11-minute mark of the first period. Bruins will still have 23 seconds of power play time when the second period gets underway, as Malkin in the box for a high sticking. That one of 3 power play chances they've had in the first 20 minutes. So one period complete here at TD Garden. When we come back, we will check out the other action today around the NHL here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
At America's Best, we know your eyes do a lot. These eyes blink, wink, and roll.
These eyes tried to parallel park, then abandoned that idea.
These eyes spotted their ex across the grocery store, then pretended to compare pasta sauces.
These eyes fell asleep mid-scroll and liked a photo from 2014.
And these eyes know when it's time for an eye exam. America's Best. Every eye deserves better. Most vision insurance plans welcomed.
Become a Country 102.5 VIP today so you can access exclusive contests, VIP-only info on pre-sales. That means knowing when your favorite country stars are headed to Boston, special offers, and more. Just go to country1025.com/VIP to sign up now.
Start your day the country way with the Country 1025 Special Access Newsletter.
I love the newsletter.
I see it pop up on my phone and it just makes my day.
Big stories, local buzz, exclusive contests, and brainy fun like crosswords and word searches.
It's great because when I'm done with the Wordle, I can open up the newsletter for more. Thank you, Country 1025.
It's free, it's easy, and it's fun, and made for you.
I was made for you.
Sign up now at country1025.com/newsletter.
First intermission rather, here in Boston as the Bruins have a 1-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's take a look at what else is happening around the NHL today. There was one other game this afternoon that saw the Winnipeg Jets get a 4-3 victory over the New Jersey Devils. Cody Glass had a couple of goals for the Devils in the losing cause. Winnipeg able to come back from a 3-2 deficit. Tanner Pearson scored the game winner in the third period, his 6th goal of the season. All the other games are later. There are 3 of them. Washington Capitals heading to Nashville to take on the Predators tonight. That's a 7 o'clock face-off. The Columbus Blue Jackets trying to snap a 4-game losing streak as they visit Utah, who has won 3 straight coming into this one. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And the San Jose Sharks now won 6 of their last 7. Beat Dallas in overtime yesterday. They're going to host the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. That game starts at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And here at TD Garden, it's the Bruins with a 1-0 lead on the Penguins after 1. We will have the second period coming up next on the Country 1025 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just
Speaking into the void.
But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Whether you're wrenching in your garage or deep in the bay at work, getting the right fix fast is what matters most. With Direct Hit by Identifix, you get access to real-world repairs from real technicians, the same solutions the pros rely on every day. Just search by code, symptom, or even sound, and get step-by-step guidance that actually works. From DIYers to full-time techs, Direct Hit helps you diagnose quicker, fix smarter, and skip the guesswork. Verified repairs, expert support, pro-level results, no matter where you turn the wrench. Identifix Direct Hit, built for the way you work.
Our kids are grappling with anxiety on a scale no generation has faced. Fortunately, scientists like Dr. Kristen Benito and Dr. Josh Kemp understand that remarkable crises require remarkable solutions. So their teams at Bradley Hospital are creating AI tools and virtual reality exposure therapy to transform mental health care. Because our kids' success tomorrow depends on the breakthroughs we make today. Brown University Health. The future of medicine is here.
Any trade goes. Get $4,000 over book value for any trade-in now at Route 6. Route 6 Auto Mall Kia. Plus, when you buy, we donate. A portion of every sale will go to Blood Cancer United. Still owe thousands on your trade? It doesn't matter. Car doesn't start? Push, pull, or drag it in. You still get $4,000 more than it's worth. Up to $4,000 over book. At Route 6 Auto Mall Kia. Brand new Kias. Plus a huge selection of pre-owned Fords, Chevrolets, Dodges, Jeeps, Hondas, Hyundais, Toyotas, even Mercedes and BMWs. Vehicles under $20,000. Payments under $300 a month. Plus, ask for credit amnesty, bankruptcy, divorce, repossession. We still want to help get you approved today. Any trade goes. Get $4,000 over book value as we support Blood Cancer United at Route 6 Auto Mall Kia in Swansea. Route6automall.com. Route6automall.com. Plus tax tag title to qualified buyers based on KBB.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Bruins with a 1-0 lead over the Penguins. After one, we're joined downstairs by Victor Arvidson. Victor, a nice goal in that first period. Tell me a little bit about how that play developed.
We think we played good defense there and broke it out, and we tried to make a play on the entry with Zaddy and Pav, and then end up in the corner. I just went to the net, and Yoki got it through and tried to battle it in. Luckily, it went in. Coming off a game like you guys had yesterday with 10 goals, what does that do for the confidence level of this team coming in here today? Oh, of course, it's nice. We feel good going to bed yesterday and stuff like that, but got to just believe it and move on. It's such a tight race in the standings, so we got to focus on this game and kind of forget about what happened yesterday. From a team defense perspective, what do you guys need to watch against Pittsburgh today? Just their rush. They're quick. They have a lot of players that are smart and making plays, and a few D-men that can join the rush and score. So we gotta be aware of that and try to manage the puck in the right areas. Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second. Yep, thanks. All right, thanks to Victor Arvidson for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD cardholders score special benefits here at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Bruins with a 1-0 lead as we get ready to start the second period. Arvidsson's goal set up by Henry Jokiharju and Casey Middlestad at 11 minutes of that first period. 1 of 10 first period shots from the Bruins and 23 attempts. The Penguins also had 10 shots on 19 attempts in that first period. Bruins will start the second period with 23 seconds worth of power play time still remaining on what is their third opportunity. Boston has not taken any penalties as of yet today. Penguins took 3 in the first 20 minutes. Evgeny Malkin goes into the box to start the period here for that first 23 seconds. Game 3 of this 5-game homestand. Be back here on Tuesday night. Detroit Red Wings will be in town for a 7:30 face-off. And then on Thursday night, Bruins will send Zdeno Chara's number into the rafters. And that will be an 8 o'clock face-off against the Seattle Kraken to wrap up this homestand before they head out on 2 straight on the road against Chicago and Dallas. Boston will be going from right to left here in the second period. And they're going to start with Elias Lindholm, along with Khusnutdinov and Pastrnak up front. McAvoy and Lohrei, the D pairing.
He's still got 23 seconds on a power play, but
puck will get rimmed in here by Wotherspoon. Lohrei sends it to McAvoy behind the net. McAvoy will carry from the near circle. Up ice, the pass to Khusnutdinov, slipped away from him. And Lozado on the far side boards will play it back in deep. That'll do it for the Malkin penalty. So Bruins 0 for 3 on the man advantage so far today. Khusnutdinov, it's stepped into by Malkin coming through the neutral ice right as he came out of the penalty box. Bruins do get the puck into the attack zone. Pasternak's pass gets picked off. And the Penguins coming back the other way. Malkin skates in across the line, cutting to the far side circle. Crosby throws it toward the net, got redirected toward Korpisalo, and he's got it covered there on that far post with Raquel laying on the side of his crease there as well.
Yeah, I thought there was a good chance that was going to be offsides. Malkin pulled it right at the blue line. Before he got into the zone, he came across from right to left. I would have been very curious to see if that one would have counted.
Bruins had one waved off in that first period. Went in off the glove of Sean Corrali.
I'm not supposed to criticize the linesman today.
No, it's his 1,000th.
Well, it could have been the other.
Could have been the other guy, yeah. Yeah, linesman Matt McPherson calling his 1,000th game today.
Not an easy job. Really is. It's a great accomplishment. Anytime a player plays 1,000, these linesmen, there's nowhere to hide out there. It's just, they get hit with pucks, with dump-ins. Those are the ones that really get you.
Yeah.
I have nowhere to go. I'm standing against the boards. Just dump it in over here.
I mean, the travel that those guys put in, night in, night out, day in, day out. It was really never a home game.
Oh, definitely
no shifts off. You're on the ice for every second of every game. Corrali brings out into the neutral ice. Jeannot will chip in, and Skinner will shovel it toward the far corner. Jeannot got a stick in there against Letang. Kastelik brings out from behind the net. Zadorov top of the near circle. Raquel blocked his shot. Batted toward the far side, and Crosby has it. Moves it into neutral ice. Raquel to Mantha coming down the left wing circle. Up against that far post, Korpisalo to turn that one away. Letang back over to the far side. Jeannot blocks the shot attempt by Kulak.
Kick save.
Lifted high into the air, comes bouncing down to the blue line to Corrali, and out of the zone it goes. Penguins will get it right back to the blue line, and Letang sends it cross ice into the far corner. Jokiharju behind the net. Zadorov to the near side. Up to the red line for Arvidson. He's got Corrali coming through the neutral ice, cutting to the right side. He'll play it deep and go for a change. Minute 50 gone here in the second period. Ryan Shea, pass up the right side, missed Chinikov. That'll be an icing against the Penguins. The Bruins will get a face-off in the attack zone here for Zacha, Mittelstadt, and Arvidson.
Mentioned it in the pregame show, but worth mentioning again, Jonathan Aspro signing the 2-year extension. Yeah. I mean, relatively short money, but one-way deal. So, I mean, he's done a nice job since coming in to this lineup this season.
I mean, easy to be happy for a guy like that. Took him a long time to make it to the NHL, but he has made the most of his opportunity as a 26-year-old rookie. Puck brought ahead here by Chinikov. Comes all the way across. Hayes, top of the circle. Shot it just wide on the stick side. Ricochets out of the corner all the way back to center ice. He was talking to the media before this one was Aspro and said, you know, he had a few offers on the table that he was considering on July 1st. But when the Bruins came calling, the other ones didn't interest him a whole lot. He said he thought, you know, this would be a good place to be. And it has turned out well for him as Carlson gets Kindle back into the across the line here. Comes back in behind the net, walking it toward the near side, centering pass, and it ends up going just wide of Korpisalo. Carlson's got it back near circle in front, ricocheted off the stick in front, and Korpisalo in good position to make that stop as Brazo was searching for one.
You know, the other part of that with Aspro, if you go back to some of Marco Sturm's comments, I'm going back a month and a half ago, give or take, talking about how this system might fit him better than some other systems around the league, defensive system. You know, if you play maybe a straight man-on-man, or if you play that zone or box and one, whatever you want to call it, right? That this one, because he's got the ability to close so well, and it might fit him better than maybe some other systems around the league. Thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
You know, if they identified that and thought so.
Face-off win here by the Penguins. Carlson faked the slap shot, carries it down the circle, trying to get it in front. Ricocheted in behind. Pastrnak will bring it out. Pass through center ice. It's picked off by Kindle. Near side at Khusnutdinov. Finds Elias Lindholm. Ahead comes Pastrnak. Back toward Khusnutdinov. Picks it up off the near boards. Throws it in front, but Penguins will regain. Wotherspoon to Brazo. Fired across ice. It was behind Kindle, and Karams all the way back deep into the Bruins zone. Khusnutdinov going to bring it back through neutral ice. Wrestled toward the far boards by Brazo. Great puck behind the net, settled by Skinner. Carlson deals out into neutral ice. Lizotte carries to the Boston line, taken away by Jokiharju along the far wall, and back out toward center. Pasta trying to tap it forward, but Clifton was able to slow that up. Now Achari's back in across the Boston line. His centering pass forced back toward the near wall. Achari plays it down toward Lizotte in the corner against Zadorov. 4 minutes gone here in the second period. Bruins by one. Letang going to walk it all the way to the far side. Jeannot in tow. Turns off the half wall and brings back toward the blue line. Cuts back down that far circle again. Stands to the hash marks. Gets it back up top. And then Clifton lost it over to Kastelik, who's on his horse. Down the left wing circle in front. Just wide. But a penalty coming.
Yeah, it's got to be. That's a power move made by Kastelik there. Blocks the shot and then gets on his horse trying to get up the ice. He's going to cut right to the middle onto his forehand. And the Penguins, who have been giving the referees a bit of an earful at the end of that first period, will continue now. But I think that has to be called. That's on Kulak coming back. It was lost by Kulak. Clifton put him in a little bit of a tough spot there. I mean, saw a penalty shot called for Les yesterday.
That penalty shot went in favor of the Rangers. So 15:35 to go here in the second. 4 penalties in the game, all of them against Pittsburgh. Bruins 0 for 3 so far on the power play. Minton's going to be out there to take the face-off in the offensive zone here. Second effort wins it back to Lohrei. Lohrei takes a shot, and the glove saved by Skinner will draw another face-off.
Steve's wanted it possibly over in that right wing circle, but they're marking him. You know, much like they mark Pastrnak on the one-timer. Lohrei walks to the middle, gets the shot away. Drifts a little bit on him, though, right? It gets it up a little bit high. You get Arvidson looking for a tip. Still tippable shot.
Face off in the near circle. Minton wins this one. Lohrei coming down the near side wall. Clifton puts him to the boards. Now Clifton with a clear that tips off of Arvidson out towards center ice. Bruins looking to regain along the near side wall. Minton and Steves, Khusnutdinov all there. Now the puck will come free to Lohrei. Minute 35 to go on the power play. Arvidson carries it up to the red line, gives to Minton, sent it toward the far side boards, but missed Steves with a pass. Bruins able to keep it moving deep, though. Khusnutdinov out of the left wing corner. Sends it back around to that far side.
You got to be able to handle it. I mean, it's on the boards, so you got to be able to pull it off the boards, knowing that you're getting pressure there.
Puck comes behind the Penguins' net. Minton able to beat Clifton on a battle. Steves gets it back to Lohrei, center of the blue line. Back to Steves at that right circle. Backs off from Shea. Comes to the near wall with it for Lohrei. 58 to go on the power play.
Yeah, now they're going to back off because
Lohrei center blue line, throws it to Khusnutdinov, trying to redirect it. Couldn't get it on goal. Marat from the near circle to Lohrei. One-timer gets blocked in the slot. Comes back to Lohrei at the blue line, and he holds in. To Steves on the right wing half wall. Back up top. Lohrei to Khusnutdinov, top of the circle. Back to Lohrei. Work it back over to Steves for a one-timer, and the glove saved by Skinner.
Was read nicely by Skinner, moving from right to left. He just follows that puck. I'm going to say, don't get a shot that you want right now, because you've got Pittsburgh is a little bit tired. They're not chasing as much. They're not as aggressive on the PK because, now they've been in their zone for a while. A minute and a half almost.
34 seconds to go on the power play. Bruins bring out what is typically the first unit. Face off to the left of Skinner. Making his 7th start since the trade from Edmonton. 3-3. 3 straight wins coming in here as McAvoy whistles one wide. Middlestat had it knocked free by Kindle, and the puck shot up the wall, but McAvoy held in. Over to Pastrnak. Winds, fires, and that one just wide of the near post, and it will kick all the way back down toward the Boston blue line. 15 seconds left on the power play. Pastrnak going to carry right back in. Zacha missed him on the return pass. Wotherspoon will rim it around, and it will go all the way down. So as McAvoy picks it up behind the net, Kulak penalty will end, and the Bruins 0 for 4 on the man advantage. Still with a 1-0 lead. 6.5 gone by second period. Wotherspoon going into the far corner of his own zone, pressured by Pastrnak and Zacha. Corrali gets a stick in there as well, but the puck will come free to Carlson. Skates it toward the near side boards and throws one up ice. Raquel, Crosby, and now it's Mantha on the right wing circle. Crosby will rim it around far side. Kulak rushing over there, but Jeannot able to tip it out of the zone. Carlson looking over his shoulder as he comes back to play it. Up the right wing side, near boards to Raquel. He's got Mantha coming into the Boston zone. Couldn't get a shot through Jokiharju. Puck squirts away from Crosby in the near corner. Kastelik to Zadorov. His outlet pass. Jeannot got a stick on it. It'll settle for Corrali, and he brings into the zone. Jeannot, shot from the top of the right circle and a bad stop.
Jeannot's had some good chances.
Aspro's pass toward the far side. Got out of the zone. Jokiharju sends it back in. Delayed offside. Bruins will use the opportunity to change. Penguins will as well. Kulak from the red line trying to dump it in. That one hit McAvoy.
Just talking about on the dump-ins.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a linesman.
McAvoy back up. had a rough day yesterday. Took a couple of slashes on the hands and was able to shake those off. He's up and okay here with 12:23 to go in the second. We take a timeout with the Bruins on top 1-0 on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Doom scrolling during this ad break? Ditch the doom and get peace of mind with new Blink 2K Plus Smart Security. Check on home right from your phone with 2K clarity, noise cancellation, and 4 times zoom. Plus, setup takes less time than playing your favorite song. Singing while installing not required but encouraged. Get more, spend less with Blink 2K Plus Smart Security.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you, gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Bruins with a 1-0 lead, 12:23 to go second period. Victor Arvidsson's first period goal set up by Yoki Harju and Middlestad. And with those feeds, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Face off inside the Boston zone down to our right. Bruins will control it. Yoki Harju leaves it behind the net. And Zadorov comes chugging around the near side circle. Long pass up ahead to the attacking blue line, knocked away from Arvidson. And the Penguins will settle it. Kulak's pass picked off at center ice by Yoki Harju. That gets Middlestat right back into the attack zone. But as he tried to play it down the wall, it's kicked out of the zone by Chinakhov. Zadorov to Arvidson on the far side. Walks it across the blue line to the top of the circle. Throws it just wide of Skinner. Out of the near corner it comes to Zadorov at the point. Rolled it back around the far side. Malkin will get it out of the zone. Directed from Yoki Harju to Middlestat. Now back to Henry at the Boston blue line. Arvidson tried to turn along the near boards. Got caved in by Letang. Zacha from the near circle. Couldn't get it through Malkin to get it in front. Lorai shot sailed high and wide. And the puck will go up over the glass and out of play along that far side wall. Faceoff will stay inside the Pittsburgh zone. The officials.
Yeah, this might be a penalty for delay game.
Officials are getting together. And it looks like it will be.
Pittsburgh 77, minor penalty delay game.
Kulak to the box again.
Much like the delay game penalty that Lorai took yesterday, right? He's just trying to bat the puck out of the air and ends up going over the glass. But for the Bruins, 0 for 4 and not a whole lot to show for it.
The first power play unit didn't get out there until about 30 seconds left on the last opportunity.
Oh, it's encouraging that the second unit had the puck in the offensive zone most of the time, though.
The first unit will start here. Face off inside the offensive zone. Puck will come behind the Penguins net. Shot down ice here by Clifton. McAvoy picks it up from Korpisalo. Pass ahead to the blue line here for Lindholm. Now to Zacha. Steps in across the Pittsburgh line. Middlestat lost it, but McAvoy kept in. On the near side wall, Middlestat to Zacha in the corner. Around the far side, Pastrnak. Backhanded toward McAvoy. Had it directed away from Lizotte. Middlestat got it in front for Zacha. And puck will get cleared out from there.
He's either trying to tip that or he was trying to send it right to Lindholm, who was coming towards the net. The puck just kind of died on him.
Zacha, his first career hat trick yesterday. And Pastrnak said he was surprised it was his first as Pasta chases a puck along the far side boards. Achari there for the Penguins, and now Wotherspoon Well, backhanded across ice, and
it's been. I mean, the aggressiveness of the Penguins and the Bruins are not sharp, and it's just amazing how one day can change things, but they're not sharp as far as the power play goes.
Arvidson couldn't get it through Carlson here. Push back out toward the red line. Arvidson will turn back toward his own blue line. 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. Borei gives back to Arvidson. Skates it through the center ice circle. In across the Penguin line. It's a shot wide of the net as he tried to shoot through Wotherspoon. Around the near wall, it'll come back to Borei at the point. Back down deep. Looking for Arvidson. Squeezed off it by Wotherspoon. Around the near side. Jumped away from Borei out of the zone. He'll send it back toward the far side. Steves standing over by the Bruins bench. Can't send it in because Arvidson was tangled up behind the Penguins net. Now as they clear the zone, it's ripped in deep. The Penguins will get to it first. Borei able to kick one free. Minton finds Jokiharju stepping to the top of the left circle. Minton again trying to hand off for Steves, forced out of the zone. Kulak comes out of the box, and the Bruins are 0 for 5 on the power play.
It's almost taken away some of their momentum, some of their flow. I mean, the best line on the ice for the Bruins today has been the Corrali line.
And puck went through the open door of the Penguins bench.
It actually hit the skate of the Penguin player that was making the line change, so not too many men on the ice. But the Corrali line's been the best line.
Yeah.
They just put it behind the D and work.
You can always do that, right? 9:12 to go here in the second period, and the Bruins have a 1-0 lead on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Buying a car doesn't have to be stressful. I've been using the Car Gurus app, and dealership mode makes it simple to compare cars, check deal ratings, review price history, and estimate your final price. With Car Gurus Discover, you can just type what you want and get real listings that match your needs. It's no wonder Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site, according to SimilarWeb's estimated traffic data. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at CarGurus.com. Go to CarGurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's CarGurus.com. CarGurus.com.
Country 102.5 gives you the hottest country music on air, online, or by telling your Alexa, open Country 102.5. It's your country, anytime, anywhere.
Not in on the Country 102.5 special access newsletter yet?
What? Are you serious? Are you kidding?
You are missing out on exclusive contests. Can't miss country news and getting caught up on what's happening in and around your town. Yeah, this is my town. Oh, and did we mention the puzzles? Yeah, we got those too. Word row, crossword, Sudoku, the list goes on. Be in the know. Sign up now at country1025.com/newsletter and join the fun.
Fans enter to win the Chara Gold Carpet Contest and receive 2 tickets to see Big Z's number get retired ahead of the Bruins versus Kraken game this Thursday. Stop by the Gold Carpet pregame event January 15th here at TD Garden starting at 4:15. Help welcome Bruins legends back to TD Garden. Learn more at bostonbruins.com/Chara Gold Carpet.
Well, Pittsburgh comes back after killing this penalty. They come back with Crosby, Raquel, and Malkin. I'd have to check officially, but a lot of shifts for Zadorov against Malkin. You know, matchup size-wise against him.
Yeah, I've noticed them colliding quite a bit behind the Bruins net. Puck jumped into the Penguin bench here, so they face it off again. 9:10 to go here in the second. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Kastelik along the far boards, trying to get it into the Penguin zone, does. Letang circles back behind his net. Now Crosby with a pass up into the neutral zone. Raquel tipped away from Letang, and Kastelik has it. Backed it up for Zadorov. Now Jeannot turns up ice from his own blue line. Throws it ahead. Kastelik dragging the skate to stay onside. He's got Jeannot, left wing circle, trying to get it in front. Blocked by Malkin. Goes up off the glass behind the net. Scramble for possession back there. It'll come back toward the near side. Letang couldn't corral it. Zadorov make the one-timer. Corrali touched it along. Got it right back from Kastelik and shot one just wide on the glove side. Jokiharju throws one toward the net that ricochets up and over, and Kastelik's going to get a penalty here. Skinner off some contact, hit the deck.
You know it's going to come at some point. I mean, Kastelik's going to be upset with himself, but or a little frustrated. There was a little bit of contact there. He was trying to get to a puck. Kastelik telling Skinner that he embellished.
He flopped. Kastelik making it clear that he thinks he flopped.
I mean, for the Bruins, it's... Yeah, I mean, he did. So, but the first 5 man advantages have gone towards the Bruins. It's just, you know, if you call it by the letter, it should have been maybe both of them because there's a bump in the crease, but Skinner certainly embellished.
Easily embellishment, yeah. So Kastelik to the penalty box. Penguins get their first power play of the game. And trying to get set up. Puck squirted out of the zone past Carlson. Pittsburgh power play is 3rd best in the league, over 29% for the season. Raquel brings it to the red line, and Elias Lindholm just got knocked down. Puck wasn't anywhere near him.
See, he's got his back to that Penguins player. No, the Penguins player is standing there and standing still. He's got every right to be there. But if he's moving, a little bit different.
Bruins were looking for a penalty that did not come. Malkin going to carry it back toward the near side for Crosby, but that's going to wind up offside at the Boston line.
A lot of times you'll see that called. But so Lindholm's skating backwards towards his end, and the Penguins player is at the blue line. Their job is to straddle that blue line. You're waiting to come up the ice. And it could have been the guy who drops it off. It could have been Carlson on the drop off on the delayed play. But if he's moving across there and he makes contact with Lindholm, then it's certainly an interference.
Malkin had it taken away by Minton at the Boston line, and all the way down towards Skinner it goes. Just about halfway through this Penguins power play. 7:23 left second period. Bruins have the only goal. Raquel and Crosby traded coming through neutral ice. Malkin just inside the line. Zadorov knocks it loose, and Jeannot clears it. 43 seconds to go on the Penguin power play. Letang throws a puck toward the Boston line. Aspro able to step up and get a stick on it, but now back into the Bruins zone. And a shot gets forced up and out of play.
Really good kill. I mean, not allowing the Penguins much in the offensive zone. You know, Zadorov kills that play by Malkin right at the blue line. He's been matched up with him, whether it's 5-on-5 or, well, in this one case, the 5-on-4 against. Malkin's a good matchup for him. You know, he's bigger than most guys in the league, but sometimes chasing those little guys around can be taxing.
Face off in the far circle down to our right. It's batted in behind the net. Corrali shot it up the near wall, kicked away from Mantha, who lunges to try and keep it in, but ends up losing it out across the blue line. Letang going to rip it right back in from the red. 15 seconds to go in the Pittsburgh power play. Aspro at the back of the Bruins net, along with Peak. Mantha gets it off the near wall, back to Letang. Moves it toward the far side. In toward the middle and out of the far circle. And down low, Brazo trying to pull it back out in front. Korpisalo against that far post. Peak has it. Trying to move it around the wall and does. Kastelik's out of the box. Penguins keep the puck in the offensive zone. Center of the blue line, Kulak. Shot it wide on the stick side. Corrali kept the rebound away from Brazo. In the far corner, Mantha pushed behind the net. Brazo sends it back toward that far side. Kulak over there. Hands off for Novak. Novak out near the blue line, pressured by Peak. Puck comes bounding through the slot into the near corner. Thrown back out in front, hit the post. Brazo able to redirect that from in front.
That's the first real sustained pressure that Pittsburgh had in a while, and it comes right after the power play expires.
Mantha gets it back to the point. Letang walks to the center of the blue line. They'll work it to the far side. Achari shot gets blocked, comes to Minton. He will carry out across his own blue line, but runs out of gas.
Pittsburgh knew it. They attacked him.
Here's Lizotte. Crossing pass. Korpisalo didn't have to make the first save, but he does a second and a third as that one directs up over the net. Letang to Shea. Back to Letang, right point. Shot gets blocked in front. Broke the stick of Peak. Corrali's got possession. He'll send it softly up the right side. Kastelik helps it forward. Bruins trying to get a quick change. Achari's right back into the Bruins zone, but Zadorov blocks his centering effort. On the end wall, Lizotte will take it toward the far corner. Back to Shea. He'll rim it back around. Pastrnak waiting for it near side hash marks. Gets it airborne out of the zone. 4:45 to go second period. Bruins still up 1-0. Shea from his own blue line. Gets to the red. Sends it into the left wing corner. Jokiharju will send it around near side. And Pastrnak comes through the neutral ice. Left wing pass to Khusnutdinov. In across the line. Left wing circle. Pivots away from Clifton. Gets it back to Zadorov for a shot. Knocked down in front. And Khusnutdinov was a tough angle, but he had some net there as that one went high and wide. And we got a Penguin down in front of the net.
Yeah. Bruins still had possession of the puck, but that's the discretion of the referee. He feels it's serious enough, and
I believe it's going to blow it down. Parker Wotherspoon, who is shaken up here. He will step aside with 4:18 to go in this second period. It's the Bruins with a 1-0 lead on the Penguins here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you, gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting your eyes checked at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Being a Country 102.5 VIP means you get access to exclusive contests, the inside scoop on what's happening in the world of country music, special offers, and so much more. So become a Country 102.5 VIP today and be in the know of all things country. It's easy to join. Just go to country1025.com/VIP and join today.
.418 to go here in the second period. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Penguins' Parker Wotherspoon made his way back to the bench under his own power. Getting looked at over there. Face-off will be inside Penguin zone. Wotherspoon, of course, played here in Boston over the last couple of seasons. Signed a free agent 2-year deal to go to Pittsburgh during the offseason. It's one of those guys that, good 6/7th defenseman. Give the Bruins some quality minutes, night in and night out.
Yeah, now he finds himself. He's played with Erik Karlsson most of the year.
Yeah. Face off in the near
circle. That could be good or bad.
Yeah. Here's McAvoy sending across. Pastrnak from the near dot. Tried a one-timer. Didn't get much on it. McAvoy back to Pastrnak. He gets that one, and it ricochets off a body in front and wide. McAvoy on the far side wall will get it back down low. Elias Lindholm plays it out of the corner. He'll come back toward McAvoy. Steps toward the top of the circle. Another crossing pass. Pastrnak, a one-timer. Got that one on.
That one he got on net.
Hits Skinner in the shoulder. Pastrnak gets a hit coming through neutral ice on Kindle. Knocks him down. Kindle's got the puck just inside the Boston line. Lindholm gets tangled up with Novak. Outlet pass comes to Pastrnak on the left side here against Shea. Moving toward the slot. Try to leave it near circle for McAvoy, but Brazo took away. Kindle will bring the Penguins forward. Lost the puck into the corner, and Middlestat will push it back for McAvoy, and from the red line, he sends it in. 3:18 to go here in the second.
The high stick.
A touch of the high stick.
A couple of good chances for Pastrnak there. Fans on one goes wide, and the other one was a nice save by Skinner moving to his right. I'm going to talk about that. Those last couple of shifts there for Pittsburgh, right? It started with Castle coming out of the box and all kinds of pressure for the Penguins. Second period, you can't get that line changed. Minton had one chance to clear it. He got over the blue line, but he couldn't get past the red line, and Pittsburgh just attacked him right away, knowing that we got an exhausted group out there. They were finally able to get that puck up the ice and off the soft chip there from Corrali. But that's, like, in terms of sustained pressure, it's been one of the few times this game that Pittsburgh's had it.
Off this face-off, Lohrei will send the puck around behind the net. Zacha gets it back to Arvidson, coming to the near corner. Back up top for Lohrei. His shot blocked off a chart.
I think the same can be said for the Bruins in some ways there, right? It hasn't been a ton of it.
No, not long-term pressure, right?
That last sequence when Pittsburgh did have the pressure, Aspro had a great block, and Pittsburgh did hit either a post or crossbar.
Zot bringing the puck to the red line, tried to get it deep, and it sails high up over the glass and out of play.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Yeah, just looking at the updated possession stats, even with all that time in the zone, Pittsburgh has barely evened things up as far as offensive zone possession.
That was a full, what, 2? Is that 5-on-5 or is that with the power play?
That was.
They didn't do much with the power play.
That's total, but yeah. The puck gets directed around behind Korpisalo. Jokiharju send it around near side. Zadorov.
With Malkin.
Yep. He's able to brace himself as Malkin came in to try to win that puck in the corner. Outlet, here comes Steves up the right wing side. Steves takes the shot. Save made. Rebound was there, but forced wide. And now the Penguins will head back the other way.
Really good hustle back by Chinakhov to take away the 2-on-1.
Chinakhov to Malkin, the right circle for Hayes, and his shot sticked away by Korpisalo. Malkin gets it back to the blue line, but it comes out of the zone, and Wotherspoon sends it back in offside. .2:14 to go here in the period, and the faceoff will come in the neutral ice.
Now, Steve still got a good shot away coming down that right wing side. Pittsburgh got caught pinching a little bit at that offensive blue line. Said Chinakhov hustles all the way back to take away the possibility of a pass across. Steve still got a good shot away.
Puck will come back into the Penguin zone here. Kulak circles behind his net. So we approach 2 minutes to go in the second. Dump in, comes all the way around to the near side corner. Mantha pushed it back in behind the net. Crosby's got it left wing corner. Back to Kulak, now onto a tag at the right point. Crossing pass, Kastelic nearly took it away. Crosby able to keep it alive. Backhand shot, save made. And a long rebound from the near circle by Crosby on the backhand. Korpisalo got a piece of that. Crosby, centering pass, comes right through the crease. It'll ricochet up ice, and Corrali skates up the left wing side with it. Drop pass to Janot. Left circle. Shot is forced up over the net, now to play by Letang.
What a save by Korpisalo. But Crosby's got the best backhand in the league. If not the best, it's right there, right? Bruins can't clear this puck. It's a bouncing puck. Crosby's able to settle it. Gets one backhand away that stopped, and then the rebound comes to him off to the left of Korpisalo. Korpisalo has to kind of dive back to his left to get a glove on it.
So a minute 31 to go in the second. Crosby denied what would have been his 25th goal of the season. Off the face-off, Khusnutdinov able to take away from Clifton, and from right along the goal line in the corner, Pastrnak throws one in on Skinner, who hangs on to it for the whistle.
You know, it's funny, Pasternak's just, he's been off a little bit today in a couple of different areas. You know, he just comes off a 6-assist game. You know, it feels crazy saying that, but today he's been off a little bit.
Lohrei knocked off his stick by Lazat, and it'll come back out through neutral ice. That's 6 assists, tying a franchise record and most points in a game for any player in the league this year. As the puck comes through neutral ice, here's a 2-on-1. Lindholm. Khusnutdinov, one-timer, and that one finds the back glass.
Lindholm was standing still when he finally got that puck, so he was going to get caught if he kept trying to carry it.
Shea out of the far corner, gets it out through the neutral ice. Peak over by the Pittsburgh bench. Achari forced it back into the corner against Lohrei. Lohrei from his knees, able to shove it forward.
A good second effort, exactly. He's down on his knees. He's in a battle down low, and he reaches and able to move that puck up.
Carlson's pass back through the neutral zone. Zadorov to Lohrei, turns with it on the near side wall, gets it to Khusnutdinov. 30 seconds to go in the period. Khusnutdinov looking for Pastrnak coming to the left circle, just missed him. Wotherspoon. Novak goes across ice, and here's Carlson stepping to the Boston line. Sends it back toward Novak. Moving toward the slot. His shot ricochets wide of the net.
Good stick from Zadorov, reading that and getting to it.
Cross ice pass got away from Carlson, but he keeps it alive. Right in front, Novak backhander, and another good stop by Korpisalo. Carlson at the blue line. Final second of the period, and Arvidson blocks his effort, and that's going to do it for period number 2. A scoreless second period. And the Bruins take a 1-0 lead to the locker room through 40 minutes here at TD Garden, trying to make it 3 straight wins to start this homestand. We'll talk about the first 2 periods when we return here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At America's Best, we know your eyes do a lot.
These eyes blink, wink, and roll.
These eyes tried to parallel park, then abandoned that idea.
These eyes spotted their ex across the grocery store, then pretended to compare pasta sauces.
These eyes fell asleep mid-scroll and liked a photo from 2014.
And these eyes know they deserve to be seen by the best doctors and associates at America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Every idea starts with a problem. Warby Parker's was simple. Glasses are too expensive. So they set out to change that. By designing glasses in-house and selling directly to customers, they're able to offer prescription eyewear that's expertly crafted and unexpectedly affordable. Warby Parker glasses are made from premium materials like impact-resistant polycarbonate and custom acetate. And they start at just $95, including prescription lenses. Get glasses made from the good stuff. Stop by a Warby Parker store near you.
Country 102.5 gives you the hottest country music on air, online, or by telling your Alexa, open Country 102.5. It's your country, anytime, anywhere. You obviously already love Country 102.5.
Country music.
So now let's take it up a notch with the special access newsletter. Get country music updates, what's happening around town, exclusive giveaways, and fun puzzles to keep your brain buzzing.
All of these games we play.
It's free, it's easy, and whose inbox couldn't use a little more country?
I'm a little more country than that.
Sign up now at country1025.com/newsletter. Become a Country 102.5 VIP today so you can access exclusive contests, VIP-only info on pre-sales. That means knowing when your favorite country stars are headed to Boston, special offers, and more. Just go to country1025.com/VIP to sign up now.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times, or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months, or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting your eyes checked at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Bruins with a 1-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins after 2 periods here at TD Garden. Victor Arvidsson's first period goal has held up so far as Boston takes a lead here into the third period, having been outshot 20-14 in the game so far. And Pittsburgh able to get some sustained pressure during that second period, but Jonas Korpisalo came up big a few different times.
Yeah, a few too many chances there as the period wore on. It all started with the after the penalty, Kaslik. Then they had a sustained attack there where they kept the Bruins on the ice. And even when they were able to get it out, they still weren't able to get it off because it didn't go down far enough. they stuck with it. There were a couple of tense moments. Aspro had a block. One went off the crossbar. But then a couple of backhand chances. Crosby had 2 backhand chances. There was another one late in the period that Korpisalo made saves on. So he's locked in right now. And, his backhand shots they're unpredictable. That's always what everybody says, especially when you get a guy as good as Crosby taking that shot. And he took one right from the hash mark area, and then eventually the puck got pushed back over to him as he was drifting off to the right. He had another opportunity, and Korpisalo had to sprawl to his left and get the glove on it. So, a couple really good saves in tight in a couple of, close situations. And then, like I say, you get some help from a crossbar on one. But Bruins got in a little bit of scramble mode in maybe the second half of that period, give or take. You had 1 or 2 good shifts of their own. But, that's something Pittsburgh's they're going to have a push at some point, you expect, anyhow. Right. And let's see if that's their only push and the Bruins can close this thing out the right way in here in the third period. So slim margin.
So obviously, 10-goal burst yesterday for the Bruins. A lot got buried in the below the lead in that game. You mentioned earlier Fraser Minton ended up with 2 goals and an assist. We barely talked about him because of the days that some of the other guys had on this team. But something other that gets lost here yesterday, they were only shorthanded twice yesterday. They were only shorthanded twice against Calgary. They've only taken the 1 penalty through 40 minutes here today.
Unfortunately, the power play has been on the man advantage 5 times. When I say unfortunately, because they haven't done a very good job with it.
Right.
They haven't been crisp. Pittsburgh's been pressuring all over. Right from the first face-off on the first power play that they had, they just pressured. And the Bruins' top unit especially just didn't handle it all that well, or handled it all that well. A couple guys are a little bit off, a couple guys fighting it a little bit, and that pressure's been on them, and it's been quick. And I think another area, looking when they do have some chances to shoot, the Bruins have missed the net a ton tonight. It seems like, a lot of shots missing the net, whether it's from the point or whether it's, even when we watched Pastrnak fan on one and rip it wide the second one, and then the third one he put right on net. But it's been, I think it's been a point tonight so far for the Bruins that they'd like to clean up a little bit when they get some of these opportunities.
Yeah, the numbers through 2 periods, 14 shots on goal for the Bruins. They've had 17 attempts blocked, and they've missed the net 17 times. So that's 34 out of 48 shots that they've taken that have not made it on Stuart Skinner.
Yeah, and Skinner's been good. I mean, he's been sharp. He's made some really good saves. Coming across them, the Bruins generated 2 2-on-1s in that period. That's something I think that can happen a little bit with a team that is more known for their offense. I think that they've evolved a little bit, talking about the Penguins, but you're down a goal, you're pressing, the goaltender's making a couple good saves on you, maybe you pinch it at inopportune time, and it leads to a 2-on-1 going the other way. Now you're scrambling to try to get back. We said Chinnikov did a really good job on one of them. But 2 2-on-1s that the Bruins had. Gaslick had a partial breakaway that drew a penalty. So, you've had some chances where Skinner has hung in there and played well.
And one would expect that you might get a few more of those in the third period. The Penguins are going to have to press to try and get this game tied.
Possibly. It's that would have been their old MO. Every year that you deserve, to see exactly what you've got. I mean, they've got a cast of players that are a lot different than what they've had in some of the other years. I mean, Malkin never wanted to play D, or Crosby. That was years ago. He was more. He's definitely evolved into that. He's going to work at both ends, but he wants to go offensively, right? Doesn't everybody?
Sure.
So, can you get them cheating? Can you get them can you make smart enough plays and disciplined enough plays to get them cheating and keep them frustrated? And that's, but you'd love to extend the lead. That's the area. I mean, 1-goal lead against this team. Pittsburgh can score, and we know the cast of characters. They only scored 1 last night. Calgary beat them 2-1. They're missing Brian Russ. He's a good goal scorer for them, but I wouldn't count on that going into the third.
Bruins, of course, have been excellent this year at trying to close out games when they have led through 2 periods of play. They are 19-0-1 in those situations, and the Penguins this season, when trailing after 2, have come back to win 2 out of the 12 games that they have trailed through 40 minutes. It's a 1-0 lead for the Bruins after 2. Time now for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Nation. Canadian rock icons Triumph return to the road for the first time in 35 years. See them at Leaderbank Pavilion on June 4th. Get your tickets now at livenation.com. We'll check out the other action from around the NHL when we return here on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Become a Country 102.5 VIP today so you can access exclusive contests, VIP-only info on pre-sales. That means knowing when your favorite country stars are headed to Boston, special offers, and more. Just go to country1025.com/VIP to sign up now.
These are the sounds of not seeing things clearly. This is the sound of trying to unlock the wrong car. This, the sound of brushing your teeth with anti-itch cream. Okay. This is what walking face first into a glass door sounds like. And this is the sound of getting your eyes checked at America's Best.
Is 1 or 2 better? 3 or 4?
Where you get the care you need at a great value. America's Best. Every eye deserves better.
Any trade goes. Get $4,000 over book value for any trade-in now at Route 6. Route 6 Auto Mall Kia. Plus, when you buy, we donate. A portion of every sale will go to Blood Cancer United. Still owe thousands on your trade? It doesn't matter. Car doesn't start? Push, pull, or drag it in. You still get $4,000 more than it's worth. Up to $4,000 over book. At Route 6 Auto Mall Kia. Brand new Kias. Plus a huge selection of pre-owned Fords, Chevrolets, Dodges, Jeeps, Hondas, Hyundais, Toyotas, even Mercedes and BMWs. Vehicles under $20,000. Payments under $300 a month. Plus, ask for credit amnesty, bankruptcy, divorce, repossession. We still want to help get you approved today. Any trade goes. Get $4,000 over book value as we support Blood Cancer United at Route 6 Auto Mall Kia in Swansea. Route6automall.com. Route6automall.com. Plus tax tag title to qualified buyers based on KBB.
2 periods complete here at TD Garden. It's the Bruins with a 1-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's look at the other action today and tonight around the NHL. One other game this afternoon. That saw the Winnipeg Jets get a 4-3 victory over the New Jersey Devils. Cody Glass had a couple of goals for the Devils in the losing cause. Winnipeg able to come back from a 3-2 deficit. Tanner Pearson scored the game winner in the third period, his 6th goal of the season. All the other games are later. There are 3 of them. Washington Capitals heading to Nashville to take on the Predators tonight. That's a 7 o'clock face-off. The Columbus Blue Jackets trying to snap a 4-game losing streak as they visit Utah, who has won 3 straight coming into this one. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And the San Jose Sharks have now won 6 of their last 7. Beat Dallas in overtime yesterday. They're going to host the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. That game starts at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Here at TD Garden, the Bruins have the only goal through 40 minutes. It's a 1-0 lead over the Penguins. We'll have the third period coming up next on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Most marketers will spend less than the runtime of this podcast vetting influencers, leaving your brand exposed. Why risk it? Scan an influencer's content history with Secure, the most advanced social media screening solution from Viral Nation. Visit viralnation.com today.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Become a Country 102.5 VIP today so you can access exclusive contests, VIP-only info on pre-sales. That means knowing when your favorite country stars are headed to Boston, special offers, and more. Just go to country1025.com/VIP to sign up now.
Craving more
country? Then Country 102.5 Special Access Newsletter is for you.
Get concert announcements, exclusive ticket giveaways, and the inside scoop on your favorite artists. Plus, find out what's happening locally around Boston.
Sign up now at country1025.com/newsletter. It's quick, easy, and free.
Become a Country 102.5 VIP today so you can access exclusive contests, VIP-only info on pre-sales. That means knowing when your favorite country stars are headed to Boston, special offers, and more. Just go to country1025.com/VIP to sign up now. You obviously already love Country 102.5, so now let's take it up a notch with the Special Access Newsletter. Get country music updates, what's happening around town, exclusive giveaways, and fun puzzles to keep your brain buzzing. It's free, it's easy, and whose inbox couldn't use a little more country?
I'm a little more country than that.
Sign up now at country1025.com/newsletter.
There is no known cure for arthritis. The key word there? Known. Dr. Chen Chen has made a career out of making the unknown known. And now, he and his team are working on 2 treatments, one using antivirals, the other tissue engineering, that don't just appear to stop osteoarthritis, but reverse it. Because for some doctors, the unknown is just a breakthrough waiting to happen. Brown University Health. The future of medicine is here.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network.
This is Beasley Media's Country 102.5, WKLB-FM and WKLB HD1 Waltham, Boston.
Boston's hottest new country.
Country 102.5.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
And we have no audio on this one because this date in Bruins history is going to take us all the way back to 1927. On January the 11th of that year, Harry Oliver set a club record with 4 goals in a 6-3 win over the Chicago Blackhawks. And talk about a timely this date in history, because 99 years later, one day prior, Marat Khusnutdinov became the 27th Bruin in franchise history to score a 4-goal game. Harry Oliver was the first all of those years ago. Khusnutdinov, number 27, just yesterday in the 10-2 victory over the New York Rangers. This date in Bruins history is being restored by Blue Sky. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit gobluesky.com. That's go, B-L-U, sky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. Bruins with a 1-0 lead as we get ready to start the 3rd period here today at TD Garden. Victor Arvidsson's 9th goal of the season from Henry Jokiharju and Casey Mittelstadt is the only tally of this one. That came at the 11-minute mark of the 1st period. Bruins have had 5 power play chances, have yet to cash in on one. Pittsburgh is 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Shots through 2 periods are 20-14 Pittsburgh. Penguins with 10 in each period so far. Bruins with 10 in the first and just 4 in the second. So as they get ready to start the 3rd period, Bruins will be going from left to right. Jonas Korpisalo, 20 saves out of 20. Trying for his 2nd straight win on this homestand. And the Bruins looking for their 3rd in a row, and came in here having won 4 of the last 5. Pittsburgh has won 6 of their last 7. Their winning streak ended yesterday. Ready to drop the puck on the 3rd period. Zacha and Crosby will oppose each other on the faceoff. And the puck slapped toward the far side. It'll be lifted into the Bruins zone here by Carlson. Aspro comes back behind the net. Mantha knocked it off the wall as he tried to send it around the near side. Crosby at the back of the net. Deflected by Zacha. Mittelstadt skates onto it with a 3-on-2. Gives back to Zacha on the left wing side. Zacha from the left circle. Centering pass. On the wrong side of Arvidson, knocked away from him, and Mantha will bring back for the Penguins. Dumps into the left wing corner. McAvoy coming back behind the net. Mantha gets a stick in there and slows him up. Crosby trying to dig it free along the end wall as well. Crosby lost his stick, kicking it toward the corner, and soccers it along the wall back toward the point.
Yeah, I think he broke it. Otherwise, he would have picked it up. He was standing right over it there.
Kulak's shot finds its way into the glove of Korpisalo to draw a whistle and a face-off in the Bruins zone.
Good hustle back by the Penguins. It was a 3-on-2. Pass was slowed up by Zacha trying to get to the point as they were trying to work it low to high. They got moving up the ice on that 3-on-2, but Pittsburgh did a nice job of coming back. They back-checked hard a couple of times here today. More than a couple of times, but noticeable times.
Elias Lindholm will take this face-off against Kevin Hayes. Near circle down to our left. Puck will come behind the Bruins net to Zadorov. Up the left side. Khusnutdinov over by the Boston bench. Can't get it through Kulak. Just inside the Bruins zone. Chinakhov moves it around behind the net. Jokiharju up the near side of Pastrnak. He'll give to Zadorov coming out across his own blue line, and from the red he dumps in. Skinner settles it behind the net. Letang right back around that far side. Hayes will carry through neutral ice. Chinakhov on the right wing side. Gives to Malkin. Ricochets away from him. Letang throws one to the net. And that one skimmed wide.
Looking for a tip from Hayes in front.
Letang goes down low looking for Hayes, and that one gets through him. Pastrnak backhands behind Khusnutdinov. It'll go down into the Pittsburgh zone. Both teams get some changes done 90 seconds into the third. Kendall coming through the center ice. Lost it, got it back. Lohrei blocked his effort. Near side finds Steves. As Minton takes a tumble coming out of the zone. We're going to get another Penguins penalty here. Interference, the indication. Justin Brazo arguing, but he's headed to the box.
Pittsburgh 16, Martin penalty interference.
Mentioned Kendall, 11th overall pick this past year, 2025. I think he surprised a lot of people. Made this team, and they loved what he has brought.
Yeah, an 18-year-old.
He had that great chance in the first period.
Yeah, 18-year-old rookie. He's got 19 points, including 8 goals so far this season. 6th power play chance of the day here for the Bruins. See if they can double up this lead. As Lindholm wins the face-off, puck off a skate into the corner, pushed up the wall, and McAvoy there at the point. Walks it toward the middle, gives to the right side. Pastrnak with a shot that gets redirected off into the corner. It'll be sent out of the zone by Lazat.
Yeah, we mentioned that the move they made earlier after the first couple power plays, they moved Pastrnak over to the right wing side where he'll start out by the blue line and then going downhill towards the net and try to make a play from there. But like anybody's been sharp enough on this power play today.
Middlestat just inside the Penguin line, but has no space.
There's the penalty to Middlestat.
He lost the puck, and then in an effort to regain it, it's going to get called for hooking. So just 34 seconds worth of power play time used that time, and now it'll go to 4-on-4.
Now without Geekie in the lineup, Middlestat takes his spot there, and some of it with the power plays, you get the two guys that are threats with the shots, and that's Geekie and Pastrnak. So you can't sit on one of them, but I just think Pittsburgh's been aggressive all over. And when you're not sharp, moving the puck, crisp moving the puck, the aggressiveness is going to win out every time.
4-on-4 here. Zadorov's going to lead the charge through neutral ice. In across the Penguin line. Pass to the left circle was a little too hot for Minton.
A bullet.
Crosby now coming back up the far side for the Penguins. Down the circle against Zadorov as they tangle up behind the net. Zadorov able to win that battle, but his pass hits Crosby in the skate. Kick back in behind. Now Kastelik's got it, and he'll start out. Boston moving from left to right here in the third period. Jokiharju coming up the right side. Feeds it in behind the net. Letang will spin it back toward the near wall. Jokiharju. It's pinched off of it.
A little miscommunication between him and Peak that time.
Letang taking his time, 34 seconds before the Penguins get their man back. Chinakhov will bring it through center ice, across the Boston line, and rips one just wide. Taken off the far boards and brought toward the slot. Puck bounds free. Novak comes to the near wall with it. His pass back to the point, lost back toward the Penguin zone. Chinakhov will skate back to retrieve with 10 to go before Brazo comes out to join the play. It'll be about a 35-second power play here for Pittsburgh, their second of the game. Brazo is out. He's going to skate right across to the bench for a replacement. Carlson coming through his own zone will leave the puck back behind there. Raquel to the Boston line. On the right side, Crosby. Hard around the near boards. McAvoy tapped it loose. And here's Corrali with an odd man rush. Up the right wing side. Takes the shot. It broke off the glove of Skinner, but wide of the net.
Another 2-on-1, all coming down that right wing side. You had Jeannot over there. If he wants to make the pass early, he can go to Jeannot.
That'll do it for the abbreviated Pittsburgh power play. Jeannot gets it back into the offensive zone here along that far circle. Gets drilled by Wotherspoon and knocked down. They'll play on. Wotherspoon going behind the net. Turned it back toward that far side. Shea able to shovel it for Raquel. His pass tipped by Zacha. Wotherspoon just inside his own blue line, trying to find some space. Turns back. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. 15:07 to go in regulation.
A lot of slamming doors over on that Penguin bench right now.
Lorai gets it from Korpisalo. Lost it in the far corner. Mantha trying to keep away from Zacha. Brings it out toward the blue line. Leaves it over there for Shea. Down the wall and behind the net to Hayes. Shoved by Pete. Brazo throws one in front off of Korpisalo. Lorai knocked away from him by Mantha. Still loose in the near corner. Battling for possession. Brazo's got it. Pete reaches in, takes away. Up the near side boards, and Arvidson will walk it out across his own blue line. It's bumped by Hayes. Middlestat whips it across ice, but that's going to be an offside here against Boston. The Penguins bench arguing that it could have been intentional.
That's what they're arguing or not, but that wouldn't have been intentional.
Well, the linesman shaking his head, no, no, no. 14:22 to go here in regulation. Faceoff will come just outside the Boston blue line, or the Pittsburgh blue line, rather. Bruins control. Aspro over to McAvoy and sends it in. Got through Letang in the far corner. Minton gives to Steves at the hash marks. Lizotte able to take it away. And Letang turns back into the corner. And wide pass sent back through neutral ice by Dewar. In the far side corner of the Bruins zone. Sent back toward the point. And a shot by Letang that goes high and wide. Asamont will carry back through neutral ice. Lifts it in around behind Skinner. Started to stay put, then reached out. Make sure he kept it away from Asamont. Penguins with possession. 13:40 to go. Kulak gets around Steves into the Boston zone from the left circle. Shot ends up in the far corner. Crosby is there. Back toward Mantha standing at the blue line. Crosby again along the far side hash marks. Trying to pivot away from Aspro. Forced him in behind the net. Crosby comes back out. Centering pass. Steves gets a stick on it. Wotherspoon at that right point. Back down the wall. Through Raquel, who gets it back out of that far corner. Sends it back toward Carlson. Crosby over to Wotherspoon. Center blue line. Carlson backing his way toward the near side. Goes around Steves, who slid down to try to block one. Centering pass is broken up, and Steves will backhand out of the zone.
I know he's tired. He's ending the shit, but not on Carlson. You got to stay on your feet with him.
Wotherspoon's got Mantha in the neutral ice. Carlson knocked away from him by Elias Lindholm. Loose puck near the Boston line. Mantha gets it in. Crosby taken away by Pastrnak. Finds Khusnutdinov coming through center. In across the line. Leaves it for Jokiharju. Jokiharju back to Khusnutdinov. Sends one all the way across. And it's tipped out of play by Raquel to keep Pastrnak from unloading a one-timer from that left circle. Timeout with 12:30 to play. It's the Bruins 1 and the Penguins nothing on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in well over 90% of cases. Here's one of our patients, Bill, sharing his experience on our ED treatments.
My name's Bill, and I'm a patient at Northeast Men's Health. I suffered with ED for a couple of years, and I wasn't satisfied with my intimate life with my wife. If you have a problem, find a solution. If you have ED, seek out Northeast Men's Health. Go there. You've got nothing to lose. I am having good sex, but it's not just about the sex. Colors are brighter. My mood was brighter. I had more passion for everything in my life, not just sex, everything. I'm going to Northeast Men's Health. Go there, give it a try, meet the people there. They'll take care of you.
Thanks, Bill. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com.
High demand, high paying career opportunities in automotive collision repair, CNC machine operation, welding, and HVAC mini split technology are within your reach through Assabet Community Education. Their technical programs offer hands-on lab experience to help you build real-world skills. Limited seats available. Classes begin February 23rd. Grant funding and flexible payment plans are available for qualified students. Assabet Community Education is your first step toward achieving your goals. Visit assabetace.org to explore the full list of courses and programs. Achieve more. assabetace.org.
12:30 remaining here in the third period. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Want a great workout that benefits a great cause? Join the 2026 Be-Fit Challenge powered by National Grid on January 25th. Fans of all fitness levels can join us for a one-of-a-kind event at TD Garden to walk, run, or step to raise money for first responder and military charities. To register, just head to bostonbruins.com/BeFitChallenge. 12 and a half minutes to go. Bruins still with the only goal. Face-off win by Elias Lindholm. Jokiharju from the center of the blue line. Pastrnak tried a shot. That ricochets into the near corner. Lazat to Wotherspoon. Out toward the blue line. Jokiharju able to bat it away from Hayes, but he tracks it. And now Lazat brings it to the Boston line. Pass was behind Malkin.
Probably offside.
It certainly looked like it.
They called no offside, but I thought that it sure did, right?
Pastrnak comes back ahead here for the Bruins. Gives to Elias Lindholm along the right wing wall. Around the net to the far side. Jeannot goes into the corner after it. It'll kick free to Hayes. Shielding the puck with his body against Jeannot. Now Wotherspoon into neutral ice to Lazat. Dumps one in around behind the net. Korpisalo put the stick out there, didn't get it. Malkin at the back of the net. Brings it toward the near corner against Jokiharju. Back to the point for Shea. Over to that far side. Clifton shot skimmed wide of the net. Around the near side boards it comes. And kept alive by Chinakhov. On angle shot by Hayes. Goes to the far side. Malkin trying to get it back to Chinakhov, who does get it. And then he whistles one wide of Korpisalo.
They've had some good sticks here in this period, though. They've intercepted a couple of passes, or at least deflected a couple of passes, disrupting them. Yep. Another decent shift for the Penguins offensively. Just nothing to the net. There were a couple that went wide.
Shea got it.
Sorry, Ryan. Some good battles. One in the corner.
Off a dump in. Puck in the near corner of the Penguins zone. Clifton fires one to center ice. Kicked ahead. Brazo will chase behind Korpisalo, who comes out to play it. Near side circle. Pete couldn't get it up the wall. Brazo coming to the front of the net, and as he gets knocked down, it's covered up by Korpisalo in the paint.
Novak took away the boards there when Pete got it in the corner. That was a nice play. It was a nice fake from Korpisalo. He fakes going one way, comes back to the other way, but Pete tried to chip this puck up the boards. Novak just sealed it off, and all of a sudden, you've got a chance coming back to the front of the net for Brazo.
Talked about him a little bit earlier. 12 goals and 20 points in 29 games this year coming in.
Started on, he was on fire.
Yeah.
Start. Him and Malkin were playing together. He's got great hands around the net. Not the fastest guy, but not slow either, but just, you know, a real big guy, hard to take off the puck.
Yeah, he's a big body, can take up a lot of space in front of the net. Here's a chance. Korpisalo sprawling out.
Might have been a double tip. Just a wrist shot from the point from Kulak that got it changed directions on its way in at least once.
Puck in the neutral zone. It'll be dumped back in here by Raquel. All the way around the near side wall.
Yeah, he got a hard ride there from Aspro.
Crosby try to get it out in front. Comes free toward Kulak, but he gives away to Middlestat. Arvidsson's got it coming through neutral ice. Cutting to the left wing side. Trying to get it back to Middlestat. That was knocked away. And the Penguins coming back forward, but Aspro able to snuff that out.
You got to be careful if you're joining the rush here as that fourth guy. That Pittsburgh should have had an odd man rush coming back the other way.
Tang inside his own zone. We're past the midway point of the third period. Bruins up 1. Tang, left wing side, dump in by Kindle. Stopped behind the net by Korpisalo. Zadorov touched it along for Minton. Up the left wing, Asamon battling his way against Clifton into the left wing corner. Clifton able to separate him from the puck. And it'll be played back out toward the blue line by Novak. Now Shea to the Boston line. Brazo, right circle. Zadorov blocked his centering feet. On the end wall, referee needs to get out of the way. Puck hits the back of the net. Kick back toward the near side corner. Kindle hits it down low. Brazo against Zadorov. Going behind the net, comes back toward the near circle. Zadorov puts him to the wall.
It's been good today. It really is. Zadorov, that's another good matchup for him. Brazo, two big guys, and Zadorov likes that.
We talked earlier about his matchups with Malkin throughout the course of the day today. As Novak carries into the Boston zone, then McAvoy reaches out, knocks that puck loose.
Well played by McAvoy.
Steves at the near circle will drop it back. 8:45 to go. Khusnutdinov finds Aspro jumping up through the neutral zone. Right wing side, Elias Lindholm a shot. That one kicked out. And nearly an opportunity there with a rebound by Khusnutdinov. Thrown back toward the Bruins zone by Malkin, and coming right down the middle was Hayes.
So Aspro led the rush. But that's okay, I think. So you've got to have guys covered for you. He's trying to hustle back. That's right. You're 8 minutes to go in a one-goal game.
Pastrnak takes away from Chinakhov, but Chinakhov blocked Pasta's shot from between the circles. Off the near wall, it'll go behind the Penguins' net. And Carlson will skate it toward his own blue line. Stops there and backs up. Penguins getting some changes done. Under 8 minutes to play. Raquel can't gain entry. Kulak will rip it around the boards of the Bruins zone. Corrali sends it right back out. Foot race to it in the Penguin zone. Tip toward the net by Janot. And had an opportunity. And Skinner able to swat it away.
Another odd man rush.
Kastelik kicked it behind the net for Janot. Taken away. Crosby to the far circle. Letang's pass hits a skate. Kick back toward the corner. Now Letang's got it. Puck redirected by Corrali.
Sticks have been good.
Mantha will try his hand at getting into the attack zone. Janot will clear it right back out. Tang sent it back in, delayed offside. Crosby waits for everybody to clear, then reaches out and grabs the puck. Kulak, shot, got through Yoki Haru, but Korpisalo there to make the save and cover it up. 7:05 to play here in the third period. Bruins 1, Penguins nothing on the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local.
Where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Marty.
I was a really grumpy guy, sleeping like garbage, and getting older, the energy level was just in the toilet, and that was what led to me going in. I've been treated at Northeast Men's Health for low testosterone, coming on about 2 years now. Within a few weeks, I started noticing I was sleeping a little bit better. I definitely noticed a higher energy level, but the old man crankiness just went away. I'm able to stay really well organized. Nothing slips through the cracks. Having the T treatment is leading me to keep on top of my game. What I would say to any other guy that is in the same situation where they feel like they're dragging, just call Northeast Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Marty. It's true. Low T therapy can dramatically change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 with results in minutes. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
7:05 remaining. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Today's electric play Delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, belongs to Victor Arvidson, the only goal of the game. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Faceoff will be in the Boston zone to the right of Jonas Korpisalo. 25 saves on his day. Pavel Zacha stands in against Kevin Hayes. Near circle down to our left. Hayes wins it cleanly, but they whistle it down and have to do it again. So Hayes will get tossed out. Chinakhov replaces him. Zacha trying to win it toward the near boards. It's kept in by Kulak. Spun back behind the net. Hayes got it back out in front, just out of Chinakhov's reach. Arvidson will play it from his own blue line forward. Chinakhov chased by Middlestat. In the near corner, Zacha gets a stick on it, but Letang is there, and he'll start the Penguins up ice. Pass toward the near side was tipped off of Hayes. Goes around behind the net. Jokiharju rims it around the far glass. And puck held in at the blue line for the moment, but now Zacha will bring out. Dump in from the red line. Hayes will play it softly back into the neutral zone. Peak gathers it and sends it right back in. Bruins changing up front here with 6:20 to go. Mantha to Kulak, back to Mantha. Skates it toward center ice. Moving toward the right side. Runs out of room. The Penguins will get it across the lines. It comes to Raquel. Left circle. Shot. Save made up high on Korpisalo. On the end wall. Back toward the near corner. Elias Lindholm. Pastrnak up the right side. Bruins bring in across the line. Pastrnak right circle. Crossing pass gets redirected off to the far wall. Borai spun it behind the net. Penguins get it from there. And the long pass ahead to Crosby. One-on-one against Peak. Into that far circle. Drops one off. And Carlson's drive kicked away by Korpisalo. Khusnutdinov pushes the Bruins back into the attack zone. And then he goes for a change. 5:25 left. Dewar brings into the Boston zone. Tried to shoot. Aspro blocks that. Up over the glass, out of play. And we'll take our final timeout here at regulation. 5:19 to go. Bruins 1. Pittsburgh nothing. On the Country 102.5 Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Caroline Jones is turning up the heat with her brand new single, No Tellin'. Hooky, fresh, and impossible to hear just once. Stream or download No Tellin' now on all major platforms. Caroline Jones, your new favorite repeat.
As men get older, our bodies change. We all know that. And often we just accept the changes as the way it is. But some of those changes, such as bad sleep patterns, low sex drive, brain fog, no energy, and reduced gains in the gym, could be due to low testosterone. And that is something you can change. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And even if you're in your 30s, if you're experiencing some or all of the symptoms I just noted, you very well may need low testosterone treatment. With our treatment protocols, if you're like most men, you'll be amazed at the change. You'll have more energy, improve mental clarity, your sleep will be better, so will your workouts, and you'll likely find your sex drive increases too. So give us a call today and make a change for the good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 5 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
5 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the third period. Bruins with a 1-0 lead on Pittsburgh. Victor Arvidson has the only goal. That came 11 minutes into the game. Got a face-off inside the Boston zone to the right of Jonas Korpisalo. Elias Lindholm will match up against Sidney Crosby on the draw. Near circle to our left. Crosby wins it back to the point. Letang to the left circle for Raquel. Trying to pivot away from Zadorov. Pushes the puck behind the net. Crosby chases into the right wing corner. Back to Letang. Walks it toward the far wall, throws a shot toward the net. It was going wide. Korpisalo reaches out with a glove and snares it, and the faceoff will come to his left.
Yeah, Penguins loading up here. We talked about it. They do it after a power play, after a Bruins power play, an opponent's power play. But you come back with Malkin and Crosby together up front. Probably going to have Carlson on that back end, right? Or Letang, one of the two. It's like Letang here.
Letang and Kulak.
They're setting up for a one-timer for Letang.
Zacha will take the face-off here against Crosby. Both guys a little antsy. They make sure everybody got their feet where they need to be. Puck gets batted toward the corner. Zadorov to McAvoy behind the net. And around the near boards, Arvidson in the neutral ice. Heavy hit from Letang.
Yeah, he's capable of doing that.
Kulak able to squeeze Mittelstadt away from it behind the Penguins net. 4:50 to go. Up the left side, directed deep by Malkin. Zadorov. Well, backhanded around the near side. Malkin takes it off the wall, throws it in front. Zadorov was there to block it. Letang sends it back around behind. McAvoy for Arvidson near side, hemmed in by Kulak. McAvoy's got him pressed against the glass in the corner. Crosby throws one all the way across ice. Letang one times it wide, hits the back of the net, and free to the near corner. McAvoy gets it out to center ice. Gloved down by a leaping Zacha. Turned back over to the Penguins. Both teams changing here with 4:14 to go. Ben Kindle will lift it into the left wing corner of the Bruins zone. Jokiharju behind the net. Aspro around the far side. Can't get it out. Loose puck comes back toward the corner. Aspro will carry it back toward the end boards. Shot it to the corner. Hit the referee. Kindle got it loose. Novak with a shot that gets blocked and ricochets back out to center ice. Connor Clifton coming through the red line. Lost it at the Boston Blue. Castaway gets it from Aspro. He's got Janot up the left wing side with some space. Left circle shot. And Skinner makes a save.
Got 6 or 7 shots in this game, Janot does.
That comes around behind the net and carried out into neutral ice. Yeah, I believe that was number 6 officially. Novak drops it off here for Shea. Walking down the wall. Centering pass. Novak had to kick it to his stick. Kindle forced off to the far boards by Peak. Rims it around near side for Shea. 3:13 left to play. In the near corner, Lorai gets upended. Lindholm, though, able to lift it up and out of the zone. And Parker Wotherspoon skates back ahead of David Pastrnak. 3 minutes to go. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Wotherspoon. Pass directed deep here by Dewar. Trying to get it back out in front. McAvoy blocked that. Lizotte in the far corner. Back to the point. That shot knocked away in front by McAvoy. And it's Khusnutdinov to carry up the right wing side. Chips and chases into the corner against Wotherspoon. Able to shove him past the puck, but lost his edge as Lizotte takes it.
By himself as well.
Dump in by Lizotte. Ricochets out of the corner toward the side of the net. Zadorov will send around the near side boards. Khusnutdinov gets it through Letang. Arvidson will chase it into the Pittsburgh zone and get there first against Carlson. Carlson wrestles him off of it. 2:15 to go. Comes back to Letang behind the Penguin net.
Well, Crosby, Malkin come out next, so I would expect Skinner to come out as well.
Still in his own zone here is Carlson. Starts it slowly out. Gives to Malkin. Gaining steam coming through neutral. On the right side. Tipped by Crosby. Right back to Malkin in behind the net. Extra skater on here for the Penguins. It's Mantha. He's got the puck coming to the left wing circle. Could never get off a shot. Letang. Back over to Carlson. Fires. That one blocked by Arvidson. Comes through Malkin around toward the near side. Mittelstadt hustling over. Can't get it cleared. Letang. Shot gets redirected again off Arvidson. Raquel behind the net to Crosby in the far corner. Back for Letang. Kicked off his skate and out into the neutral zone. Minute 25 to go. Penguins trying to reload, but they're offside.
Anthem wanted a penalty. He's the guy coming off the bench, and a couple Bruins sliding to make sure he can't get that shot through. I thought he just lost the puck, but he might have got whacked a little bit. Probably had a timeout. Yeah, timeout for Pittsburgh.
Bruins getting some block shots in that exchange as well.
At the end of a shift, too. You know, you're kind of circling the wagons. You're just trying to keep everything on the outside. Don't let those those backdoor passes occur. You had a couple, seam passes from Crosby from the right wing circle out high, but Bruins recovering, getting in the shooting lane. McAvoy, Arvidson, and others.
So with 1:24 to go, both teams gathered around their benches. Bruins looking to close this one out. Face-off will be outside the Boston blue line, and so Skinner's going to make his way back down toward the crease at the Pittsburgh end. Penguins can get it deep. He'll sprint back toward the bench. Elias Lindholm against Crosby. Crosby wins the face-off right over to Letang. He'll carry into the Boston zone. Skinner gets back to the bench. Extra skater comes on. Zadorov's got it along the end wall. Lofts it high into the air. Bouncing down toward Pastrnak at center ice, but he couldn't corral it. Carlson turns back in front of the Pittsburgh empty net. 65 seconds left in regulation. Carlson fires it around the near side boards, kicks out in the neutral zone.
If Letang doesn't get a piece of that, then Pasternak's gone on the empty netter. Just got a piece.
Korpisalo gives it back to Zadorov in the far corner. Tries to scale it down the ice. Gets caught up coming through neutral. It was touched with a high stick on its way out of the zone, though, by Pittsburgh. And that draws a whistle, and a faceoff is going to come back in their end with 49.5 to go.
I think it's just outside
just
the blue
outside,
line.
okay. Going to get Skinner back between the pipes again. Once again, it'll be Elias Lindholm against Crosby on the faceoff. And Lindholm wins this one. McAvoy standing at the red line, going to back up. Use some clock here. 43 seconds to go. Sends off the near boards. Pastrnak got it to Elias Lindholm, still in the neutral zone.
Skinner never left the net.
Gets it deep. Carlson.
Possession was with the Bruins, so he didn't leave the net.
He's headed back now. Under 30 seconds to go. McAvoy knocks one out of the air. That'll be a high stick violation against him.
This faceoff will stay inside the zone, the Bruins zone.
25 seconds left in a 1-0 game. Oh, they'll face it off in the near circle down to our left.
Same groups down for both teams. I was waiting to see if the Bruins might take them, but they're not going to.
It'll be Lindholm against Crosby on this faceoff. Lindholm won the last one. False start on that one. They get everybody reset. And he wins this one, does Lindholm. Zadorov will send it around the far glass. Out near the blue line, Carlson trying to keep in against Pastrnak and Khusnutdinov. 15 seconds to go. Puck is still tangled up over by the Bruins bench. And it's cleared here by Zadorov. That'll go down into the Penguin zone. Letang racing to get the icing call as quickly as possible. 6.3 seconds left.
Get back there in a hurry. Good battle along the wall. The Bruins come up with that puck. Zadorov just pounds it out. Come down to another face-off win. Don't lose it. That's defensive centerman. Crosby's one of the best. So I mean, if you can tie up and get help.
Be at your local Honda dealer.
There ain't no telling